Oh, I don't have your document.
Oh, but it's there. On this episode of the ADLR Podcast, episode 84, we try to see the Invisible Man, and what the hell's up with the Lighthouse?
God, that was awful.
Question. Oh.
Randall number 2 here. You got a kid. All right, we're in episode 84. That was a cold open, remember? Then the intro, and then we start talking. Jesus. Randall, at any point, if you feel like you need to interrupt me again, this will be the time. Cool?
So what are we doing?
I haven't said anything.
I know, Randall.
Are you back on soda?
What?
Is that soda?
No.
Kelsey, let me see.
See? It's nothing.
At least is it 0 or at least diet?
No, it's not.
Is that your like prize for the week?
No.
So you're just full on back?
Yep.
What the fuck?
You're a slut.
I am a slut. I'm a coke whore.
What
That's the way it
happened?
works. What do you mean what happened?
You just wanted a Coke and okay. Okay, hey, I'm just
It's
trying
an
to
addiction. It's real.
Okay, I get it. I'm back on TF2, so I get it, you know? Shit. All right. Where were I at? What was I at? Oh,
We were interrupting your cold open.
No, that was before. We already did the cold open.
Oh.
When Brian said it's the appropriate question. Oh, you guys were asking me about the new stand-in pictures I found. So, I mean, yeah, since I updated the overlay for 4 people, Jambi's not on this episode. We don't have a guest. I replaced his picture and with a which is of 2 folders of cute dogs and cute foxes. So that's what we're doing here. Adam Kelsey in the chat. Brian doesn't drink diet. He only drinks, eats things that will cause him debilitating pain later in life. Oh my god.
Exactly.
Hey, whatever, dude.
Shannon.
That's what. Good setup. All right. Episode 84 of the Oh my god, you have corona?
Maybe. I mean, I've been
Out and
coughing
about?
quite a bit.
Oh well, Godspeed. Oh, that's what it is. So you were told to get corona. You're like, fuck it, I'm drinking Coca-Cola now until I die. Episode 84 of the ADLR Podcast. You can go to www.adlrplays.com for your one-stop shop for all my content, pending the merch. There's a new merch store open. I don't have the link. I think it's just... Hold on, let me see if I remember the link.
I saw your tweet.
Yeah, merch.streamelements.com/ADLR. I'm going to put it on my website so it's easier. You can just go to my website and go from there. So, yeah, go over there, buy some swag. I try to... The Stream Elements gives you a choice whether or not if you want to like how much you want to charge for it. So I put it as cheap as possible. So my profit on it is like $1. So the rest of it is just the making of the shirt and shipping it and all this other stuff. So I'm not making bank on profit for it, but if you want swag, it's an easy way. How much did you have to pay for the mug, Randall? It was like a $9 mug, but then with shipping and everything, it ended up being like what?
$14.
$14. So I mean,
the jacket was $25, I think.
Yeah, and that's the cheapest I was able to set it. And believe me, the second I can make it even cheaper, I will. Because why not?
So what you got to do is just invest in your own printer, and then you can sell the merch at whatever cost you want.
I mean, yeah, those are facts. I don't want to get this. I don't want to do that. That means getting ink for it, maintenance, getting order of shirts to print out. Don't need that. This I just had to go. Now I have a merch store. Technology, you know what I'm saying?
Swing.
You can put my stupid face on your jacket or shirt or on your mug. Name's out there. You know what I'm saying? Randall, you giggling a lot. You looking through Instagram again, or you got something to say?
No, it's just the way you say it. No, I don't want to do that. I don't know. It just sounded really funny to me.
Why? Why are you making fun of me?
I just like picture you like on like trying to date somebody, and she's like, "Well, why don't we just go out and get to know each other and and have a good time. No, I don't want to do that. Let's just get straight to it.
I'm here for one thing. I don't know what you're here for, but this is my one thing. So are we doing this or not?
Are we doing this?
Sometimes you got to be upfront, Randall, you know? I don't have time for excuses. I'm just, nah, fam, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do it. And that's it. That's the only reason you need. Javi did the hoodie with shipping, ends up being $35 for him. Yeah, so it's like almost $10 in shipping, so they kill you with the shipping costs.
I was gonna get the hoodie, but I didn't know how to have a down payment.
Yeah, like it's crazy. I wish you can do this free shipping or something, but it's handled through whatever people they're partnered with, so I have my hand. I literally just put the slider as cheap as possible, and that's.
Call the cops on Stream Elements.
I'm not gonna do that.
All right. Your funeral.
Is it? Let me remove this. We don't need that. He's not here.
Ooh.
What was I at? Yeah, on the website right now. There's no link to the store, but there will be probably sometime by the end of the week. As of this recording, it's Tuesday. Patreon.com/ADLR plays if you just want to support a stream, get the audio and video podcast early. And as always, Extra Life. There's a link in the website, ADLRplays.com, to donate to charity, where the proceeds go to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. I was thinking of doing like a 24-hour, doing it twice a year. I think I already mentioned this on this podcast, but I don't know when the two. Obviously on game day, but I wanted to do one earlier. You see how that ends up going, but there's no decision on the date.
Let me know when you decide, and I'll see if I can not do things.
Javi says back to back. No, I'm not doing 48 hours.
Why not?
If there were shifts, yeah, I could do that. Like Brian could take 12 hours. I sleep through those 12 hours.
We can do that if you really want to.
If we had shift, and then Randall can take like a good portion in the middle, when the viewers will probably just skyrocket because everybody wants to watch Randall.
Right?
No, he just wants to play Detroit by himself in the room and be loud about it.
You could have streamed that entire thing, by the way, Randall, for Extra Life.
How?
What do you mean how? You stream. The PS4 has streaming capabilities. You literally hit the share button, put stream.
A buddy of mine streams Modern Warfare with it.
That wouldn't have affected your stream?
Probably not, because the PS4 uploads at a lower bit rate. It may have not. I mean, we could have just talked about it beforehand. I could just lower my bit rate, so it doesn't.
Don't you gotta have a headset though with a mic and all that?
No.
To stream, Randall, to stream video and audio.
You said so people can hear me. I mean, they wouldn't be able to hear me if I don't have a mic.
Those are facts, but they can chat with you. You're like, it's gonna be when you do that, a chat comes up on your screen, and you can see the chat, and you can chat that way. That's worst case scenario.
And you have access to multiple mics.
Yes, that the PS4 picks up through USB as well.
You know, Randall, if you're looking to a room with somebody who's actually a tech guru, I hear Anthony's pretty good.
I don't know if I don't like that. That makes me sound like I know everything. I don't know everything. I know a lot, but not everything.
The word guru makes me think whoever is described as one makes $6 million a day.
Yeah, like that sounds that's too prestigious. I know my stuff, but I don't know about guru. That's way too much. All right, I already pimped the merch.
What about connoisseur?
I think connoisseur, yeah, 'cause that sounds like I'm a fan of the craft. I like that. I'm a tech connoisseur. I like it.
You're not a techologist?
No, that sounds like That sounds like I invested most of my life in studying it, and I probably did, but yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, Johan says name every technology. Shit, that's a good question. See, that's what I'm saying. I can't be a guru would know that answer.
Yeah, any new invention is technology. So the wheel was technology and all that.
That's why I'm saying a guru would know that from then on.
A guru or a buru?
So I already talked about the merch. The site. I think we're good with the housekeeping. All right, people. Because me and Randall saw Lighthouse yesterday.
Same.
And I don't know if you guys want to get that out of the fucking way.
Let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. So
I watched
Lighthouse
today.
No one say anything yet. Randall, what do you think?
Oh my god.
That's true.
There
Good
we go.
catch.
Yes,
Good
good
catch. Ooh.
What?
Do you need the spoiler warning up, Randall? Because I worked really hard on it.
I don't want to talk about this movie, man.
But you have a comment in the doc that says "neuralize me, please." Like
that should say it all.
No, Randall, fucking review it. Like, what is this
It's trash.
resistance?
That's all I can say. It's trash, man. It was a huge waste of my time. I would rather watch
Hellboy.
Porn. He's not saying no to porn. He's making
what's
porn
that stuff
sounds.
called?
Pornography.
It's in my head, but I can't think of it.
Titties.
Something with My Little Pony. I would rather watch My Little Pony than that.
Well, isn't that supposed to be actually good?
I don't know.
People say the story is good.
I would assume that it's like geared towards women.
It's what? All right, it's not geared towards women, dude.
Oh well, I didn't know that. I would just assume it was.
That's your ledge, Randall. So since you just ducked your way out of another conversation,
how did I duck my way out?
What's the movie about?
I don't know. That's the thing. Yeah. I really don't know.
You don't know the first 5 minutes what it's about.
Okay, all I know is that these guys were seamen.
Excuse me?
Weren't they?
No.
They weren't seamen? I thought he kept saying he was a captain. And he kept talking to them like they were on a ship.
They were full-grown adults. They weren't seamen.
What the heck? No, you know what I mean.
He's talking about people that are actually on a ship. No, he was telling him stories about how he used to be a captain of a ship.
Yeah. And that was all supposed to be lies or something like that?
Uh-huh. But you're jumping ahead. Okay, The Lighthouse stars Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. Patterson or Pattison? Pattison.
I think
Batman.
It's Pattinson.
It's Batman. It's Batman and the Goblin. Our Green Goblin and fucking Batman.
I can't look at him the same anymore, man.
How were you looking at him before?
Willem Dafoe.
Why? He did fantastic in this role.
He's amazing.
He left a very disturbing image in my head, man.
With this picture?
With what picture?
This film. He makes picture like film.
Yeah,
Jesus,
yes.
Randall.
Yes. Yes, he did.
What is that image?
I don't know how to describe it. It's just horrifying, man. Like I still respect him as an actor, but it's just like it's like catching your grandmother naked in a room, man. Like it's really bad.
Okay.
I mean,
here we go.
I think I'd rather be catching my grandmother naked than watch this movie.
Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know.
Ooh, at first you were like, no, but then you thought about what we saw yesterday and you were like, oh, okay, maybe.
This is like one of those things where you really wish you hadn't seen, but it's like forever burned into your brain. So there's that.
So The Lighthouse, starring 2 characters. I only see 2 characters.
There's 3. There's 4.
I'm sorry, there's 4. You're right.
There's 4?
The mermaid and the... I guess spoilers. Sorry. Let me put this up. Spoilers for The Lighthouse. That's the intro, Anthony. Good job. Fucking idiot. Oh my god, the spoiler. And that's what I need to do for next week. I had a little icon underneath the ADLR podcast and put like a poster of whatever we're talking about. So I gotta get images pre-show and then set that up. That'd be pretty dope.
Trying to fucking glow up in 2020. Dude.
I'm telling you, 2020.
I was trying to do this stuff from the get-go, but he was like, nah, I don't have enough followers for that. Nah, I don't have enough followers for that. I was going to hook him up with something real nice. Like every time we talk about something, it pops up and then people can see what we're talking about, and he didn't want to do none of that stuff.
I just said that's
that one over scene where he made our heads small at the bottom, then he had the big screen to share like media, but he just like...
You mean this one that I still need to update because it's not really updated? Yeah, it's there.
Well,
it just shows my entire desktop.
Yeah, that's what I have. Is that set up with just the 3 of us, and then it shows like the doc.
Yeah, I have that still, and I updated it for 4 people just in case. I didn't sitting down and watching a YouTube video or something on an audio podcast doesn't really help.
It's just for like whoever's watching it live, like on the video version, just so they have a visual accompaniment.
Yo, you better talk to me like that slowly.
A word? Did I say it wrong?
What was the word?
Compliment?
Accompanying something. Yeah, but the other version with "ment" at the end. Accompaniment, you know.
I think it's just a company.
Yeah.
don't
I
know,
think that
man.
is the
That
the
is the
word
word.
that you're looking for.
Yeah.
No, I think the government already got to you.
All right. So what we have the spoiler warning up. Lighthouse.
Nothing to spoil. Like,
yeah.
You know
all
what
we
this
can do is
review should
save
be?
souls.
All right, I'll take off the spoiler alert.
You know what this
'Cause-
review should be?
Go for it.
This movie is trash. Nobody should watch it. Move on.
All right,
It
that's
got a
yours. That's
7.7 on IMDb. Like, I'm pretty sure it actually got decent ratings on
You know why?
Rotten Tomatoes too.
You said 3
Because
nice things about it.
I do have nice.
somebody.
I actually do have nice things to say about it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend people watching it, but I do enjoyed some parts of it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
4
It's
things
trash.
I can say that's nice.
You
Yeah, I
want to
got
go,
90%
Brian?
on Rotten Tomatoes and 72% from the
From
audience.
the people? Yeah. There's some stuff I enjoy. Go ahead, Brian.
4 nice things to say about this movie.
Okay.
Acting, well done.
Yes, I agree.
Second nice thing to say about it. The aesthetic of the movie
Mm-hmm.
was done very well.
Yep.
For those who don't know what kind of movie this is, it's like monochromatic black and white, as if it was a really old-timey film
And it's cropped as if it were a 4:3 instead of a
Yeah.
widescreen, so it's
with like film grain over it and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Third nice thing, audio design. Though it
Yes.
doesn't fit the visual aesthetic because it's cleaner audio than it would
Yep.
have been back then.
it should have been
I
more
think
dirty.
because of how thick the accent was for Willem Dafoe that you could not have it. You could not have it degraded.
I bet
but-
they did have it degraded, and they're like, "No, we can't understand what the fuck he's saying." Like,
There were times I've had headphones on when I was watching and I was leaning in to hear him.
It's like, hey guys, turn down the radio so I can see better, okay? Like,
oh my god, that's
Yeah,
and then the last one.
Sound designers did a good job of making me feel uncomfortable, and just they did just good overall. Fourth thing I can say, I would say maybe like maybe first 20 to 30 minutes, right before his shift ends, like his 4 weeks as it ends.
Mm-hmm.
That section of the movie was interesting.
Because there was mystery to it.
Mm-hmm. Right after that, I
Yeah.
was like,
It's
You know what I
it's a
mean?
trip. Like it's either they're both going insane, the viewer's going insane. It's just I don't know if it's a story, like a part of insanity. Like it gets to a point where he thought he
Mhm.
was banging an octopus, and then
Oh
the
my
mermaid,
God,
like,
man.
and then when he tried to beat off to the broken thing, and then it showed like the mermaid vagina, which was fucking massive,
Mhm.
and then he started banging the mermaid, and then I don't know what was going on.
So everything that Bryant said, I agree with, but that
Yep.
had none of it had to do with the story.
Yeah, the story was okay. You have there are 2 guys going to this island to they're like lighthouse keepers. It was supposed to be for 4 weeks. We as the audience don't know if it's actually been 4 weeks. So when they say they missed it, I'm like, they could have missed it, or it hasn't been 4 weeks, or it's way after, and then decided to go check if the boat was there. Like once the drinking started and then the hallucination started, you don't know when is when. Like you don't know how long it's been. They're just stranded on there going crazy, both of them.
I didn't know what the hell happened after
After that, after the
yeah.
initial 4 weeks, it's like, okay, we're just in for a ride now.
I
You
laughed at the bird scene where
I
he
knew it.
snaps.
When he snapped at the bird, I'm like, Brian's literally on the ground laughing right now. He bodied that bird, that goal, that seagull.
There did.
Yo, he
Had him with that
destroyed
energy,
it.
dude.
Yeah, he bodied that thing. I don't know. I don't even know if I recommend it for one viewing. The performances were so good. I do want to recommend it for like Willem Dafoe. You don't even see Willem Dafoe there. It's just some dude speaking in the thick ass accent. You don't know. And even Robert Pattinson, like I didn't even know he could do that kind of dialect, and he did it well.
Yeah.
I don't know. The performance is really good. Dialogue's great. It's just sitting through that plot. It's like, what's happening, dude?
I can recommend watching this if you're trying to learn aspects of creating film, so you're watching it as like a study.
Oh, I can see that.
I can recommend it for that. But if you're just trying to watch a movie, there's other things.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you like that aesthetic, just watch The Artist.
Ooh, the artist is so good. Ooh, we have a guest appearance by Dog. It's
I
one
don't
of
even know what they're barking at. Like, what are you two barking at? There's nobody at the fucking door.
probably a ghost.
Oh, the TV doorbell went off. Got it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that I was really bored throughout that entire movie. Like the very beginning, because the movie itself is literally just a movie about Robert Pattinson doing manual labor.
Yep.
That is like 90% of the movie.
They were like, "Hey,
And,
we're gonna film you getting ready for Batman."
you know, and like I fully agree with everything that Brian said. I really enjoyed the music. Like it had that like
Mysterious
kind
ambience,
of ominous, eerie, sound to it, and that was great. And I thought they were, I thought that they were gonna like actually do something with like showing him basically going insane, being stuck on the island at the lighthouse.
Yeah.
You know, and then they like threw in that plot twist with the whole he's not actually Winslow or whatever.
Yeah.
And they didn't really do anything with that. But then they sort of tried to play with it with Willem Dafoe's character telling him that he's just insane and doesn't really know what he's talking about. And then the thing with the light, you know, the guy with Willem and the light was just weird.
And his obsession with it, it's
like and then the very end of it just made it seem like it made it seem more like it was all a dream, because it didn't show him actually by a lighthouse. It just showed him on the shore with his body just mangled and shit because of this with the seagulls picking at him, and it's like he finally woke up, and that's just kind of what his life was like, you know.
And then they foreshadowed that with Willem Dafoe just ranting at him for 7 minutes. All right, so he was right, now what? And then the movie ends.
Mm-hmm.
They had so many plot points that could have meant something, like the identity reveal.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, oh, this is what happened. Cue to him drinking again. Like,
Yep.
all right.
And then they find it. Oh, and then when they're the funny part is that we were watching this, me and Randall, and you know the part when they were about to kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And then Randall's like, no! And then Robert Pattinson's like, he heard Randall and pushed him away and then started swinging at him. Yeah. Oh my god.
All right. Personally, I think we've already spent way too much time on this movie.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't recommend it. Maybe like Brian said, actually, like if as a study, maybe you can write about it for like a film class or something. But that's a nah for me. The performances are great, but nah. I think is that everyone's agreement here. Randall said it was trash. Don't watch it, so I know he's in agreement.
I was as far as pretty much everything that Bryant said is how I feel. Like looking at it from how it was created, cool. There's a lot you can learn from that. But if you're just talking about
enjoying
a movie to watch or a story to be engaged in, no.
That's a nah. All right, cool. I honestly didn't see that coming when we saw the ratings last week. I thought it was gonna be something else.
I didn't know what the hell I was watching. It was the same thing with Parasite, where I didn't know what to expect, but for some reason I thought it was a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
But Parasite was the good outcome of that.
Yeah, of what going in blind does.
Did you see that they're gonna make an HBO series of Parasite, and the dad is Mark Ruffalo?
What? Why? Is the director from the movie even going to be part of it?
I don't know.
What, they're redoing a movie?
They're making it into a TV series, he said.
Yeah, an HBO series apparently. It's not 100%, but Mark Ruffalo said they're talking it out with the script and etc.
Okay, that's weird. Just watch the movie, man. It's recent. Why are we in a rush to remake it already? It just came out. Okay. What else? I guess we can get it out of the way. Another thing I didn't see coming was the Invisible Man coming at me.
Ooh.
So I guess me and Randall, we can start off with non-spoiler, and after that we're gonna have to dig into some
Yeah, I wanted to see this one. I just didn't get a chance to. So if you guys
Okay.
are gonna spoil it, let me know now.
Well, I'll let you. Well, I mean, I have a nice little logo now that I'll let you know. I'll put up when we're gonna spoil. Randall, high level, yay or nay, and why? As high level as you possibly can.
Oh, we're talking about the Invisible Man. Right?
Invisible Man, yeah. No
Must
spoilers
see.
yet.
It's a must see. Like it's like a. You should leave right now and go see it.
Whoa. First, finish listening to the podcast or watching it, and then afterwards, go watch it. I'm gonna have to mirror that. It's one of those good surprises because this could have been very cheesy, very. I mean, plot point wise, there was some. They got to a point where you can guess the rest of the movie, but besides that, acting fantastic. Elizabeth Moss is on a spree, I guess.
You fell
What?
asleep.
Yeah, I fell asleep. Hold on, let me wake up again.
The heck?
Since it has to do with Brian, you know how? Okay, high level. Brian, you know how you hate when there's people just standing there?
Oh man!
Now imagine trying to find that person while they're invisible.
Oh, that's fine. You can be there then.
I don't think you understand, Brian. As in, I mean, we have to get into this. I don't want to spoilers. I've never looked at the background of a scene as often as I did to see if anything is moving. Because this man, Invisible Man, is just fucking with them.
He's like making sound on purpose.
Not making it sound. He'll move something. You'll see it on camera. Sometimes and it happens quick. So a knife will move quickly, or you'll see like the heat of the oven start coming up, and it starts like burning whatever the person was cooking. Things start missing. Some things are just coming back up, and you're like, what the fuck? How did that get there? All in the same frame. You'll see it move. Like it's small things where it's like, oh shit, he's here, but we don't know where. Because you can, obviously, if you're invisible, you can move something, quickly run somewhere else, and then they're like, what?
He's quiet. You can't hear him.
You can't hear him.
Fine. Just end me. I won't see you.
Just end me? There's parts, I'm trying to get to not spoilers, and then we'll get a spoiler after this. There's parts where you're like, where I was like, if I was in that position, yo, just end it. Because I got nothing for you. I tried doing this, you're still alive, it didn't work. What happened? You know? And that's about it. But yeah, I highly go ahead.
If I don't turn around and if I don't do like this and see a figure there, then we're good.
Yeah, but for cinematography, they linger on scenes on purpose as if they're directing the viewers. He's here. You don't see him, but it's usually a wide shot, so it's not like, oh, just the door. It's like a whole kitchen shot, and you're just like
a Mr. Robot shot.
Yeah, like, and it's no, because that's still zoomed into the face. Like it's a wide shot of the room.
Okay. I thought you meant like
that's a dialogue shot, but I'm talking about
character. Yeah, okay.
It's like they don't even like the person he's fucking with isn't even in frame anymore, and they'll linger there, and it's like fuck, something's gonna move. Quick cut to something else, and you're like fuck, did something move? Is he in there? Is he right behind him? But it's the cat and mouse of where is this invisible person? Anyway. So I guess spoilers now. So Kelsey,
real quick.
Okay,
did you guys ever see Hollow Man?
No.
With, Kevin Bacon?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
How did it compare?
I personally like this one more because it's more modern tricks. So like, Hollow Man was good, but this I think, in terms of characters, makes you can understand why this is happening. I don't know if that's accurate.
The whole time you've been sitting here talking, I've been trying to think of a very good analogy or example to convey like the type of feeling that this movie gives you.
It's anxiety.
It's like PSD without going to war. It is really
TSD.
Bad. Huh?
PTSD.
Yeah, PTSD.
Yeah, not a Photoshop file.
It's like PTSD without going to war. It's really bad, man. Like and I'm talking about from the minute the movie starts until the very end of the movie, you feel this way for the entire movie. You gonna say, Brian?
Is it like a quiet place where you're tense the entire time?
It's worse.
Oof. I don't know about worse, but it has the same feeling as in the entire time. The movie opens up with tense. I don't want to spoil it. It's because I have to go into spoilers to go into that.
Before you go into spoilers, and I'm gonna take my headphones off. Is
Okay.
this something you'd rewatch for like the October binge
Yes.
thing that we
Yes.
Yo, I was thinking about going to see it today again.
Yes. And of course today. You know, because what else you got going on today, right? Not this podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern.
I
They
remember
did have a
that.
showing at 7:30.
Yeah, he looks for the closest to 8 p.m. possible.
I remember that, there was a podcast, and I was like, maybe I might go watch it tomorrow or some other.
Yeah, this is definitely like I'm probably gonna buy this movie when it gets on a decent price on sale. Like I would definitely rewatch this movie. It's one of those horror movies that's done. I think it's done well, where you're hoping for a jump scare just to get out of that tenseness. But it keeps you there. You're just surrounded by where, and when, and how he's gonna destroy me.
I've been hyping this movie up so much at work that like
don't do that.
that 3 people are gonna see it.
But don't overhype it. Just
No,
like,
I don't mean like I don't over. I'm
it.
not saying I overhype it. I just tell them what I experienced. That's all I do. What happened?
John says, "Just start swinging, bro." Laugh my ass. It's not that hard. It's because he would. I can't spoil it. All right. I don't want to spoil it. Well, we're gonna have to get into spoilers soon, right? Right. We have spoiler things to talk about, right? Or do you want to just leave it at that high level and let him watch it?
Yeah, I don't. This is one movie that I personally don't want to spoil because I actually really love this movie, man. It's for one thing, like the thing that I'm always complaining about when it comes to movies is about people making bad decisions, and this girl is smart, man. She is really smart, and I'm not talking about like on some old scientific, highly intelligent. She's just like. She makes logical decisions where it's like, okay, I would have done that. There might be 1 or 2 things that she did that I'm like, why would you do that? But I can like dismiss it because I understand that she's really scared.
Street smart.
Yeah, I mean, she is street smart. I give her that. But she's really scared, and this is like something new that she's being exposed to. So it's like I don't really know how to deal with this. I don't think anyone.
Yeah, like when are you gonna deal with someone invisible?
Yeah. And you're like trying to, it's just the worst situation to be in, man. You got somebody chasing you that you can't see.
That no one's going to believe you.
You're telling everybody, but no one believes you. Now you look like an idiot because you're trying to tell all these people, look, I didn't do this. I mean, like, yo, that conversation she had with the little girl.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the worst possible things that can possibly happen to you.
Brian's gonna laugh his ass off when that happens.
Oh yeah.
Brian's gonna just fall over and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff that it's kind of like when Anthony was touching on when he said about the jump scares. It's like they will substitute the jump scares for stuff that happens that you won't expect to happen. Like stuff that you don't normally see in movies that you think of, okay, they're going to use this to build suspense, and then they're going to capitalize on the suspense by not doing something in this part of the movie, but then doing something in the next scene. They don't do stuff like that. Like they do the most nonchalant things that have like a huge impact. Like what he's talking about, that scene that Bryant's going to laugh at. Like, not in a million years would I have ever thought to see this part in the scene. And I'm like, what the? Yo, how is she going to explain that, bro?
Exactly. Like
there's nothing she can do. Like, it's crazy, man. It is such a good movie, man.
It's like somebody gets fingered or something.
Nah, it's one of those situations where it happens and there is nothing you can do to save your tail about it. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can do. It's just one of those I'm screwed situations. I'm just screwed. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. No matter how much, you can't talk your way out of it, nothing, because no one's going to believe you.
And with that attitude.
No,
my dude. Like, there's time. I think you'll really enjoy it. Like,
yeah.
I highly recommend it. I guess we're not going to go into spoilers because, yeah, I just recommend it. This is one of those. It's just like A Quiet Place, where it's like it's a horror movie, but it's one that's like I think done very well. So
it's one of those that I need to go watch this weekend, and then we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, man.
If you want to, like, I recommend. Like, I would rather you give the money to the theater, like the box office, to show more like this, because I thought they did a really good job.
I'll wait till October.
I got you. Yeah, we'll definitely. Yeah, we can definitely watch it for them. I mean, we'd have to choose between that or A Quiet Place 2.
You really want to wait until October?
Because A Quiet Place 2 comes out this year too.
Both.
Yo, if you like, I think this movie is so good. I'll pay for you to go see it this weekend. I'll go with you. You need to see this movie, bro. This junk is ridiculous. It's like, you know how you like. Anthony brought up earlier about like that whole eerie thing where you're standing in the silhouette and it's just staring at you type thing. This is just 20 times worse, man. It's 20 times. It's like it's like that uncomfortable feeling like
he can
just do
like,
something, please, man. I don't want to feel like this anymore.
You guys saw it in the theater, obviously.
Yeah. It's not uncomfortably loud, if that's what you're gonna ask.
No. So is it like A Quiet Place where if you don't watch in the theater, you're missing out on like a chunk of the experience because it's so audio centric?
A lot of it's visual centric. There is audio to do with it, but they made a note like when he's there, he doesn't make that much noise, so it's not like, oh, what can I hear? I can't hear his footsteps or something. It's just you gotta try and find things that hint towards where he's at.
I also think that in terms of cinematography, because you're looking at something on a larger screen, it engages you more. So that's one reason why I would think you would want to look at it in a theater. And for whatever reason, every time I go to a movie theater and I see a really good movie, I hear a lot of people who say they had bad experiences at movie theaters. It's babies crying, it's people talking, people on their phone, or whatever the case may be. But
we had that. It wasn't an issue. It sounded like someone was moaning behind us for like a good minute and a half. Just like, and some.
I thought they were crying.
Yeah, I don't know if it was crying or moaning. It was some weird noises, bro. Like I'm like,
just Anthony.
Yeah, just me. Like,
but
it only lasted a minute and a half. That's pretty sad.
I mean, sometimes you can do it. Hey, we're not all blessed like you, Kelsey. All right, like, what do you want?
If you have a mermaid doll, dude, then it can be pretty.
Yeah,
quick.
you can start going through so many freaking.
But aside from that sound, the audience hyped it up. Like they especially like that part in the room where they were sleeping.
We can't. I mean, yeah, that was
But you hear how people was reacting.
Yeah, because they're like, they're like, nah, bro, let's get out of here. Like it was like, nah.
That joke was so cool, man. That's one of the reasons I love going to theaters, because like the people around you can make the movie more engaging too, just by their reactions.
So, Anthony.
Yes.
Real question talk here. Is Randall one of those people that yells at the screen during the movie?
I don't think so. Depends on the movie. It depends on the excitement. Because when we're watching Endgame, I think it was, he was lit. When the last half hour battle, he was it.
Yo,
when Captain America picked up the phone, I thought he was gonna jump through the screen to go and help him fight.
That jump was crazy, man.
It depends on the excitement level. Like this was one of those, like the anxiety was up, so he was just like frozen with, holy shit, what the hell is gonna happen, you know? But and when the jump scares came up, not jump scares, I guess when the things happened, there was like, whoa, you know?
Yeah, I'm not one of those people who usually jump, but it's more like my heart jumps. Like I don't physically move, but my heart is like, what the?
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
The ladder.
Yeah. Holy shit,
I knew you were gonna
dude.
say that. Yeah. I was not expecting that either.
There's claustrophobic scenes in this, so you get used to how like the wide shots, like I told you, and then it gets to a point where it gets claustrophobic, and you're like, this man could be breathing down her neck, and you're like, you wouldn't. Oh my, it's.
Yo, I'm willing to bet he was in every scene.
Probably.
I think he was there the entire movie, and that alone is creepy.
Yeah. I don't know. We gotta stop because now we're gonna start venturing this. Like, go watch it. I highly recommend this. It was definitely a surprise for me. I was going in like, okay, let's go watch this. I think it was on Friday. He's like, yo, we gotta go watch this movie because the ratings are ridiculous.
It was me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just said that.
No. I'm not disputing anything you said. I'm just putting it out there. It was like I wanted to go see this movie because I like the whole invisible thing. But then when I saw on Rotten Tomatoes that it had a 90, I was like, yo, Anthony, we need to see this movie, bro. It's got high ratings. This
So,
job
yeah,
must be really good.
We saw it after
Well,
Janiana.
so was the Lighthouse, but we saw how that turned out.
Yeah, but no, this one I think you guys were on, like, it's not Lighthouse.
Lighthouse had high ratings?
Apparently, yeah. He said he looked it up. It was like 72
90%
audience
on-
and 90 on critics.
Yeah.
No, but this one, I think this was very entertaining. Like I think you could have a good time with this. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, it was Saturday night after Janiana's shift. She had a late shift, and then we just went right after her work. We picked her up, went to the theater nearby, and then we just watched it.
That girl can act, man.
Yeah, she did great. I'm saying Elizabeth Moss is out here in this. She's killing it. And that's it on that. So Invisible Man, go watch it, please. Support it.
Oh, I got one thing for you guys.
Go for it. Wait, is it pertaining to the movie or something else?
Yeah, but it's not a spoiler.
Okay, go.
When you two watch the movie,
Oh yeah, I got a question. Maybe you're gonna say that.
when you two watch the movie, I want you to tell me who is the first person that pops up in your head that reminds you of the main antagonist, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Randall, yeah, because okay, we'll leave it at that.
You should write that down so that you can ask us again next week.
I'll ask again next week.
Not watching it next week, so
Okay, well then I don't know. Well, whenever you see it. That's it on that. I was gonna ask that same question because
what?
reasons, but
No, go for it. What?
like it gives away the question.
What reason are you okay? What reason do you think I'm saying it?
We're gonna move on.
It has nothing to do with controlling, if that's what you're thinking.
It is. That's the point of the whole thing.
No, that's not the part I'm talking about. I'm talking about everything but that.
Okay. All right. All right. We're gonna move on. Lighthouse. All right, bro. We did movies back to back. Oh, Kelsey, you do have something I'm really eager to know about. Final Fantasy VII Remake demo.
So, borrowed a PS4 from a buddy and downloaded it today, played it. You get to play through the very first mission, I guess, in Final Fantasy VII, like from the original. They did a really good job.
Okay, good start. Really good job. That's a good start.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the game looks gorgeous.
Yeah, we knew that from the trailer, so don't worry about the visual. I want to know mechanics. Does it play nice? Does it feel nice?
It plays super nice.
Okay.
I don't know if they had in there the way to like set it up so that you could do it like turn-based style. Like I played the
action RPG style,
I guess. Yeah. And there are some things that I really like about it and some things that I don't. It feels really well balanced in a lot of ways, which is nice. You know, you
okay. I thought you were gonna say you didn't like that. I'm like, what?
No. It's very much like Final Fantasy 12, I guess, with more Final Fantasy 15 action to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy 12 was really close to what I wanted it to be for like
combat.
Kind of like an action RPG for Final Fantasy. And then they came out with 15 and so anyway, we're back to 7. You know, so they changed around some things from the original story and added in a couple of like cutscenes. But all in all, it was pretty amazing. Like it was balanced. The fighting was fluid. I think the first boss needs a little bit of tweaking because it's I don't know. He attacks so fast.
Oh,
like he has these rockets that he fires out that just you can't dodge. You have two things that you can do. You can block and you can dodge. And when you get hit by like 5 or 6 missiles that do 45 damage apiece, that's a lot of health.
Holy heck!
You know, but I mean, Cloud starts with like 1,000 or 1,200, and Barrett starts with 1,000 or 1,200. And so it's not like it's a super big deal, but when he's firing them back to back to back, it's kind of a drain on the life.
Gotcha.
So they changed they did change around some things, so you can continuously attack as much as you want, like physically attack.
Like, is that like your basic attack? I'm assuming.
Yeah. So and then each person has 2 different stances, I guess I'll say.
Okay.
Clouds is he has just like a kind of a mobility stance, which is his primary stance, right? He has quick attacks, he can dodge, he can block, and then you can you can press and hold the attack button and he'll do a couple of attacks. He'll do a couple attacks at that are kind of like an area of effect attack, which is really cool. But it's more of like just your basic mobility stance. And then he has a power stance where he's literally just, it's a barbarian stance. All defense goes out the window. He's like, I'm gonna fuck that dude up right there.
So
like,
that's my stand. Got it.
But you slow down. You can't move very well because of the stance, and you can't like block and dodge. And I think if you try and press those buttons, it switches him back to his normal stance.
Is the dodge? Sorry, I'm going to cut you off. Does the dodge have invulnerability like Dark Souls, or is it like you have to physically be out of the way?
I think you physically have to be out of the way.
Okay.
I did not get the timing down very well if there is like an invisibility frame,
Mm-hmm.
or if there are some invincibility frames. Because there were several times that I like the first boss is it's this big mechanical scorpion, and he rears up and slams down, and a whole bunch of lightning comes out.
Johan in the chat just confirmed it does not have iframes, so you have to.
No, it
Okay, so
doesn't
it's
have iframes?
positioning.
Okay.
I like that. I like that a lot because the whole infinite or the invulnerable frames. I'm like, that kind of takes me out of the thing. But now after you have to position yourself correctly, I like that.
Yeah.
Can you stance cancel your attacks? So if you're in mobility mode and you're doing attacks, can you attack switch to the power mode or whatever attack and switch immediately, or does it like
No.
Oh dang, that'd have been
Now,
crazy setups.
If you could, I did not notice that. I feel like if I was in the middle of attacking, if I was just sitting there pressing the attack button and I pressed the stance switch, I want to say that when he finished, if I like had a pause in my attacks, that he would switch and do it. But I don't think it was.
Can be
it
used in
wasn't
some
like
sort of combo.
Yeah, it wasn't like in Mortal Kombat where you could like use it to switch through the different stances as a combination.
This is why God of War is the best.
Relax, Randall. All right, this sounds pretty good because this is coming from a turn-based RPG. So this is this got me hyped. Like they're saying it's great, it feels great. Like I'm interested in playing it. That's what I was worried about was the combat.
I was really worried about it too because it's such a classic for me. Like it's one of my all-time favorite games. So to see where it is from where it was, it still hurts a little bit, but what they did though was pretty amazing. They reworked the way that the ATB gauge works. I don't know if you'll get more, but right now you only have 2 ATB gauges, and then you have your limit break like you normally would.
Mm-hmm.
And as you attack things, you build that ATB gauge. It also slowly builds up on its own, and the enemies now have a stagger stance. So if you hit them enough, they go into a stagger stance where they get staggered, they take more damage. It fills your ATB gauge faster.
So that's from 13, right? Because I remember that was a thing in 13, like the stagger thing. Okay,
it's very much from 13.
Got it.
And let's see, the one thing that I didn't like that they did was they used the ATB gauge for casting, for doing. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I guess I'm just used to being able to use items and things kind of willy nilly. You have to have an ATB gauge in order to use items and to cast spells. And it sort of makes sense because, in a turn-based game, you wouldn't be able to do that without your ATB gauge being full and actually choosing to cast the spell.
Right.
But it just, I don't know, it felt like it really interrupted the gameplay to have to, to do a bunch of stuff, and then you get hit by something really hard and go, oh shit, I need to either heal myself with a potion or heal myself with some sort of some materia, which they seem to have taken materia out of the game.
What?
so far. I don't know. Like in they may not have, because in Cloud's sword there was a green materia, or what looked like a green materia inside the sword, and and I'll talk about what Kroby just said too. And so,
Oh,
but
okay.
you don't like physically pick up the materia in the demo. You just kind of have magic.
Okay.
They did repurpose some of the limit breaks. Like Braver, I think, was the first limit break that you start with, where you just run, you jump up and slam your sword down onto the enemy. It's now an ability that you can use anytime you have an ATB gauge,
Okay.
which is kind of nice, because especially when you stagger something, you can use that as big damage. And then cross slash, I think, was the second limit break that Cloud actually gets, and that is his actual limit break. Let's see, you can kind of seamlessly switch between the characters. I didn't really play as Barrett at all.
Racist.
Oh, okay. That's another follow up.
Well, he uses guns, and he literally, you sit there and when you attack, he literally just sits there and shoots. It's not like it doesn't feel as engaging as being able to actually hack and slash shit.
So I guess
Not really.
another combo question: can you attack with one character, swap to the next if they're nearby, and continue it with another character?
No,
Okay.
each character is independent.
But I mean, if you have them positioned, so let's say there's one enemy, you go to Cloud, position them next to an enemy, go to the other person, position them to that same enemy near, do some attacks with that one, switch to Cloud, and then keep going, or
can you swap characters mid attack?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember trying that.
We're trying to do some combos here, bro. If it's an action thing, I'm trying to juggle them, you know?
Combos. There's not combos in this game. The combo is you just continuously pressing the square button to hit stuff, and then or switching stances and doing the same thing.
Okay.
Barrett just kind of sits there and shoots at things, and then if you use his power stance, he fires I think they're like missiles.
What? Holy shit.
I don't remember exactly what they are, but they're stronger attacks that just really do a bunch of damage, and then he has a cooldown on it. It's not one that he can just continuously stay in like Cloud's is. So you hit the button and he just pops off, and then his gun goes on cooldown, I guess, and then you can press the triangle button a bunch of times to try it, and he'll do what do you call it? He'll do some animation to cool down his power charge, and then you can use it again, which I thought was really cool. They made it so that you can finally slide down ladders, which is fantastic.
A quality of life thing, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
You can you hold, I think it's R2. To run, or you can press L3, and he'll just run until you stop. I didn't check really. I didn't look into the settings or in the menus or anything. I just kind of brute force my way through to whatever the ending was.
So is there any side missions and stuff? You said they changed some stuff story wise. Is it for the better, or is it just filler stuff that gets you side quests or whatever?
I think it's just kind of more. It's sort of more information. There wasn't really a lot to go on. I mean, it was literally just when you're running through in the original one, it's literally just focused on you running through the reactor, planting the bomb, fighting the boss, and then getting the fuck out, and the whole thing exploding. In this one, you go to plant the bomb, and then the boss comes up, and you fight him a bunch, and then when he dies, he kind of sort of destroys part of the place, and then the bomb, is set to go off, and you're like, oh shit. So you start running, and you you get out, but in the middle of you heading down, it zooms out to the president of Shinra and his right hand general or man or whatever it is.
Okay.
I forget what I don't even remember how to pronounce his name. It's Heidegger.
Kroby will probably say the name. Yada.
It's Heidegger. It's weird. But they talk about trying to find out if if Avalanche is the ones that are responsible for trying to take the president's life or putting the hit out on the president, and that wasn't in the original. And then when you like leave, the bomb goes off, but it doesn't really do anything. It just kind of destroys the reactor that's there, and then nothing happens. And then it zooms back out of the president and the guy, and we'll just call him H for short. But H is like, okay, and then he presses a button. And then a whole bunch of the machines that they have start destroying the reactor, and then the reactor actually like explodes.
Okay.
And that was way different than what it was in the first one, or in the
Gotcha.
original. In the original, it was your bomb blew up everything, and that was that.
So they're adding a bit more to extend some time then. Because I still think it's still part 1, right? They didn't change it, and the whole thing's coming out soon.
Yeah, they're releasing everything in parts. I don't know
Gotcha.
how many parts, if it's 4 or 6,
no.
but they're supposedly releasing everything in parts.
Okay, so if the combat's as good as you guys are saying, I'm gonna wait until all of it's out and then go through it, because I don't want to go through this, get like addicted to the combat, and then having to wait I don't know how long for the next part. Because it took them a while for this one.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fluid. I really liked what they did with it. For what the change is. But it's there's only. I still like the original.
Okay. So
it's one of my favorites.
Speaking on the original, you said you didn't get a chance to swap over the combat to turn-based?
I don't know if there was an option to. Like there were 3 options when you started the demo up. You could play classic, or easy, or I don't remember what the other one was. But
Retro.
2 of them were basically like in easy mode, and then the classic is the way it's supposed to be played. And I don't know if one of them like switched it to being a turn-based type thing or not. So
he said Johan says normal was the last one.
Normal was okay. So I think normal was the one that I played it on, and classic might have been the one that
goes turn-based.
That did turn-based. Yeah, I only played it once. One way through. I'm probably gonna boot it back up later and play it again.
So I'm curious to see if they changed something like the balancing drastically depending if it's turn-based, or maybe they revert some changes. So like you were saying before, the limit breakers are probably back to the limit breakers maybe instead of using them as abilities.
Yeah, I don't know that I don't know that it's gonna go back to being limit breakers. It'll probably just be an ability that when your bar charges up, you get to use it. I'm really curious to know how it does work, because it's way more fast-paced. It's much more fast-paced than it was in the original, with you being able to like attack and being able to hit multiple things at once just with sword swings. So I don't know.
And in the old ones, you had like a stat for like speed or defense, like Pokemon, which dictate whether or not how often people hit you, right? Because it was turn-based.
You did have a speed stat that allowed your ATB gauge to charge faster, so that you could attack more often. And I think you had a defense stat. Yeah, you had a defense stat because some of the armor and things that you would put on would increase or decrease it.
Okay.
When you're playing as X character, you said you didn't switch off of Cloud, right? You may play Cloud.
Yeah, I play Cloud primarily. I played as Barrett like for a couple of things. Like they had some turrets and things that were just out of range for Cloud to do anything with unless he was casting a spell, and so I would switch over to Barrett to shoot them down. But
that makes sense. Me and you are gonna be playing Cloud. If you said there's a mode where I'm gonna fuck that up, that's our stand. That's how we're gonna play.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do with some of the other characters. Like, because Barrett's kind of, well, you have Barrett and then you have Yuffie. Yuffie is sort of a ranged character.
A support character mostly, I'm assuming, like buffs and debuffs.
No, she's the one that has like the ninja stars and things, and so she throws those as like her basic attack, at least in the game. In the original, Vincent would be a ranged character too until he transforms and literally turns into Frankenstein's monster and starts beating the shit out of people.
I was just about to ask you about Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent. I can't wait to see Vincent. But Red,
Part 3.
Tifa, Cloud, and Sid are all, and I don't know what you would categorize the cat dude as. I forget his name. The robot. Johan probably knows.
So a
But
robot cat.
it's not really a cat. It's like a cat sitting on top of something. Kate Sith, yeah.
Okay.
Kate Sith uses a microphone or a megaphone for attacks, and I don't know how that would transform into like this.
They could probably use the sound waves as a projectile. Maybe stuns them, or makes their attack meter go slow. Does the enemy have an ATB charge meter as well?
I don't know. It doesn't really show. You have
Okay.
kind of limited information on the enemy on screen. It's mostly just you hack and slashing shit.
Okay.
What I was gonna ask you was, can you, when you're playing as whoever you're playing as, do you give your other squad mates commands, or they just do whatever the hell they want?
So basic attacks and things they think they do on their own, and you can, when they have an ATB gauge, you can press R2 or L2 and choose, whoever's on your team to do stuff.
Okay.
I did not notice if they actively would cast things, because during the final boss or the boss fight, Cloud tells Barrett the thing's weak to lightning, which is a spell that Barrett has. And so I didn't really keep track of Barrett's ATB gauge other than when I noticed he had one, and I would try and use the lightning spell.
I wonder if there might be an option to set his behaviors, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, that's. I'm kind of wondering if they're gonna go FF12 with this, where you can have, because in FF12 you could build a script.
Yeah.
For the most part, to do different things based on enemy health or player health or whatever. And then they would either heal or cast spells or something.
Right.
So.
I liked that about the first Dragon Age, where you can do that with every character, even your own. If you don't want to play them for whatever reason, you can just, if your health is low, do this. If they're here, you do this.
Yeah, 12 allowed you to do that too. You could literally just set it to auto do whatever you wanted to do, and then all you'd have to do is run around and they would attack and kill everything.
That's pretty dope.
12, the one where he's all don't believe Ondor's lies.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
All right. So that's promising. That gives me hope. That was really the combat. I was sketchy. Now I'm just sketchy about the freaking way they're distributing the game.
Is this game multiplayer?
Nah,
No.
that would be another level of
that
crazy.
would be awesome.
If
they made it multiplayer, you could have 3
action.
people actually.
Yeah.
Playing that would be a sick.
I think Kelsey will weep on stream if that would be the first time he'd cry.
I would buy a PS5 to play this.
Yeah. If it was multiplayer, that's.
I would fly up to Adam's house and be like, "Okay,
we're
playing
doing
this."
Yeah, but I don't like Final Fantasy. I don't give a shit. Play.
I just hope that you can get rid of Cloud.
You should be able to. I mean,
Well,
in the very
John-
beginning, you can't really.
He has no personality. He just have a big sword.
Well, he's a soldier, so most soldiers don't have
Yeah.
personality.
And he's not really a soldier, but
Ooh, you saying like Guile doesn't have personality? No further questions.
Ooh, because he's got the comb, bro. What soldier you see out here with the swag with his hair? Nobody.
no.
Okay.
Okay, so soldier is a class inside of the military, in Final Fantasy VII. It's they're the top of the top. This is the Green Beret of the military. They one person goes in, wrecks armies, and that's it. That's what they're there for.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping the release of the game doesn't get fucking squandered, because this whole part, as soon as they announced those parts, I was already like, come on, why? Just take the time to get all of it done. I mean, Modern Warfare's out here dropping 100 gig freaking games. We can wait. If it's a 170 gig game, okay, we'll have the hard drives by then.
I mean, I think it's more just having to recreate all of that in a 3D scene is going to take a long time.
Yeah,
and so they're probably going to basically do it by discs, where you have, disc 1 up to a certain point, and then whatever's left of disc 1 into part of disc 2, then disc 2 into part of disc 3, and then
That makes sense.
the rest of disc 3.
And it'll also help fund the rest of the parts. Because I'm
Yeah.
sure it's really expensive for 3D assets to
It
be
would
doing
be nice
this.
if they had a not like very date specific roadmaps, but like give you some window into like the dev time or deadlines that they had.
So
know what I mean?
date-specific roadmap.
No, you can have it by season and stuff like that.
I wouldn't want that because at that point you're giving these people too much to hang their hat on. Oh, where is it? You said it was gonna be winter, but they're probably changing. Like you said, they're adding different story beats. They're adding stuff. Like they can't say it's gonna be this.
Even without the roadmap, people are gonna do the exact same thing you just said.
But I'd rather do them without them saying, "Hey, look, you said this." That's better than someone speculating is different than saying, "No, we have evidence of you saying this, and now you fucked up." I could be like, "Oh, soon," and it's granted it's running away from accountability, but like development's hell. So, all right, that's good news. That's what I wanted to hear. Some good stuff, Brian. You had some cauliflower and kale. How was that combination?
I think Anthony's a bum.
Whatever, bro. You know you like it. That was a sick ass transition. Let's go.
All right, so boom, right? Season 3 is out for Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I played. I guess this is the disclaimer. I didn't play enough. I didn't spend enough time playing against people to have a full opinion about game-specific mechanics.
Okay.
It was just lab and stuff. I streamed me just lab and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Should I start with the season 3 in general or start with Kefla?
I'll start with the season 3 changes because there was a bunch like the assists and stuff that wasn't a good addition. And did they do anything else major?
Did they ask God?
Okay.
It wouldn't even say Kefla. It wouldn't say that. It'd say season 3. It's got Super Broly 16.
Oh, that would be his team. You have him on point?
I'd have him. That's the thing.
Oh,
about
okay.
it.
I think you put it in the order like they'll appear.
I don't know. It all depend on his assists. So our start. Season 3 came with a lot of mechanical changes in the game. I'm trying to remember them all off the top of my head without reading patch notes. The most important part, every character has 3 assists, right? They have the one that they already had when they came out. They have their B assist, and then they have their C assist. There's a universal like property to the C assist for every character. It's usually in some way, it's a hit followed by some kind of like teleport hit that'll ground bound. It's like for a combo extension.
Oh, okay.
So it'll do X move, teleport somewhere, hit them, they bounce. The drawback for it is that it's double the cooldown time of a normal assist.
Oof.
So you can basically get like 2 of a regular assist and the time it takes for that one to recover if you use the C assist. So I haven't really bothered using them much because I'd rather have an assist.
As backup.
But there's interesting stuff you can do. I happen to watch the Kill Sage and Sonic Fox just playing each other because they're roommates.
Oh, okay.
Sonic Fox has a way with using one of the C assists so that you can combo into Ginyu Body Swap.
Oh, new tech.
So it was like he has a completely different team
because of the ground bounce, or is it because
of that assist. So he does that assist. I think it was with Android 21. And on the way down, he calls Goldo assist that keeps him frozen there. So he'll call that, or not assist, Ginyu does the move where Goldo comes out.
Yeah.
He does that into body swap, and there's enough hit stun from all that happening so they can connect the body swap.
That's pretty cool.
But
where would you apply that to? To swap if you're like the GT Goku's last?
Just make them have to play as Ginyu.
But Ginyu's he can make moves, right?
You don't have any of the Ginyu force moves. And you can't body swap back.
So you're just stuck with low health if you got it.
It's a double-edged sword if you switch to someone you have no clue how to play, though.
Oh, and that too. But pro players are gonna know how to play most of the top tier characters. So
Sonic Fox with this team was playing against the Kill Switch, and he mains Broly, and he swapped with Broly, and he has no clue how to play Broly.
Oh, that's fair, I guess.
You really have to learn. It's like Shang Tsung. You're gonna have to learn how to play everyone.
Sounds pretty hot.
Those assists allow for very creative stuff. It's just it all depends on if you're fine with only having one assist frequently. But it does let you not have to play characters because they have certain things. So a lot of times you'll see a version of Goku assist because beam, right?
Yeah.
Trunks has a beam now. Who else has a beam? There's more characters with beams, and the only one I remember is Trunks right now. Krillin has a beam assist. Yamcha has a beam assist.
All the Kame disciples should have a beam.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry, guys.
Broly has a beam assist, Super Broly, but it's his C one, so I'm not using it.
That's weird.
There's probably someone else. It lets you not play characters, so I'm not using regular 16 assists. I'm using his B one, which is like a worse version of Vegeta's blast thing. Just so I can get Vegeta out of there, because I only played him for the assists. I don't really like how he plays.
Okay.
Which left a big slot where I can fill someone else that I actually enjoy. And because the assist changes alone made characters viable, or even more viable. So like, not a lot of people were playing base Goku because they claimed he wasn't good, but in reality they just want to do this with GT Goku. One of his assists, he charges his mini Spirit Bomb, and while doing that assist, he also gives you 75% of a meter. So now he's one of those assists that gives you meter and lets you do whatever you... I'm trying to say, you lose pressure or anything you get from another assist, but you're getting meter so that whoever you're playing as could potentially kill sooner.
Okay, that's quite the trade-off.
Now he becomes from using his regular like stopping traffic assist to now you have utility.
Stopping traffic?
You can play a point character. You could play 16 on point and have that assist to make up for the fact that 16 doesn't build meter.
That's pretty cool though.
But he gets to grapple, and he can end it all.
He can end it all. TN has an assist where it's when he calls Chaozu and it keeps you in block stun and it tracks. If you detonate Chaozu with that super, he no longer has an assist if you're using that one.
Oh, because he's dead.
He'll come out and do the thing, and then nothing happens and he leaves. So it kind of solidifies TN's your anchor. Because you only release that assist when you have nothing else and you're trying to kill.
You said it tracks, so you can't like block. You can still block it.
Yeah.
Okay, but so you have to block it. You can't try to escape it, like high jump away from it.
You can kick the fuck out of TN before the thing goes off.
Oh, okay, that's also good too. Okay.
Yeah, those are the ones that stood out. A lot of the other assists are just either a beam or some kind of lockdown. But it's nice to not have to play the meta characters because everyone has something new.
Yeah, now it's going to be fun for a bit because everyone's trying out different setups. So, like, watching tournaments now probably going to be cool to see for a bit until they find what works.
Because of this and characters being buffed as well, like they had patch changes, a lot more characters actually feel like they're really good.
That's good. That's because we get so we can see some freaking diversity at the end, at top 8.
And there won't just be GT Goku?
Yeah,
it's still gonna be GT Goku, but it's gonna be a third
Goku.
character. It's gonna be a third character it could be anyone that isn't GT Goku.
Did Piccolo get anything cool?
No one even acknowledges him anymore.
Oh no!
But Gohan's dad's the best.
Yeah, dude, what's going on? Did Gohan get anything? Teen Gohan? Or
They
adult
nerfed his auto combo a little bit, so when he lands, there's more recovery. Besides that, he's the same idiot.
Oh, okay. What about Krillin?
Krillin, he got the beam assist.
Yeah, which is helpful because the Senzu bean thing was trash.
He has infinite Senzu beans now, and they gave it a different input for rocks and Senzu beans. His rocks can stop super dashes.
Oh my god!
That's
just throw a rock up, no idiot, and then he can vanish into stuff. Krillin was already solid. It's just who wants rocks assist, but now that he has a beam,
now he's lit.
He's a solid mix-up character now.
Did they nerf Kid Buu?
They did, but
I just want to know about my team. I don't know if you guys are noticing here, but
it was something that basically means we had to put something negative so people wouldn't get angry. It was something so minuscule that it really doesn't really matter.
And then base Goku, not base Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, the first Goku
his 2M is crouching medium. It takes it a little longer to come out.
Okay, my team's still solid.
I did with him.
My team got stronger actually because of Krillin.
Yeah. Now you have 2 beams basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, assists made people more viable. The patch notes made people more viable to the point where I think it's way closer to being a fully balanced game now than it ever was before this season. There's some characters who still aren't in the game. Beerus is still like, I guess, a DLC character coming soon because he's not really playable.
Oh Lord, they did him dirty still. There's nothing. Not even the new assist.
I mean, what is this assist? No. Not really.
That's unfortunate.
Frieza, they just like I think they really liked Dragon Ball Deep, the Broly movie, and like, you know what, Frieza, let's make him stupid now.
Oh, so he's really good now?
Yeah. So his jumping ki blast where he does like a horizontal hand thing.
Yeah.
Beats Super Dash now.
Nice.
His golden Frieza
mode
form, you can cancel it whenever you want now. You just do the input again and it comes off.
But does that save? I'm assuming that saves meter or save. Like, what's the point of canceling early?
Just so that you can control when you would. When you cancel it, he goes into like a knockdown form, so you'd be vulnerable.
Oh, so you can decide when to do that. So if they're in the middle of some sort of lock stun, you can use it to go back to normal. Got it.
If you run the course, it has a set amount of time before it goes off, like it wears off.
Yeah.
They made it so as long as X Factor is on, like sparking, you pop sparking, it'll last as long as you're sparking now. So if you leave him as your anchor character, you have about 35 seconds of Golden Frieza.
That's really good. So you can leave him as so he can be like the comeback.
So Golden Frieza.
That's almost like Phoenix levels of comeback, dude.
Golden Frieza buff with it's another mechanic called Limit Break, where if you're down to one character, they get either 10 or 20% damage buff passive.
On anything?
On everything they do, 10 to 20%.
But is it a stronger hit on the combo, the damage degradation on the combo?
No.
Oh, okay. So they're building it so it's a comeback effect. Like a rubber band.
Basically. Yeah.
Ah. That makes it a little. So they're gonna make it last even longer.
Oh no! With that on, people die faster.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, goodness.
Well, I'm limit break. A lot of these characters that you can put on anchor now, especially golden, like having Golden Frieza with sparking on, and that one combo can touch a death.
Oh, okay. So okay. But after the defense we've seen in like these tournaments that they're blocking everything.
Another mechanic or tweak to something they did now is you can cancel your standing jab into Dragon Rush, the grab. You can do like tick throws. So now you can't just be blocking. What pisses me off is it's good for characters who have standing jabs that are multi-hit. So Vegito idiots who just press that and think they're Chun-Li, at any point cancel into that grab.
That is crazy.
They just made the game more
accessible.
Offensive.
Yeah, it sounds like it's more offensive.
So they still haven't implemented no like push block thing other than the deflect.
Yeah, I mean just that. When you get snapped out, you remember how you didn't like seeing them instead of killing people, they kept snapping people.
Yeah.
The time before you come back out, you come out quicker, and you can also delay your coming out of the snapback.
As in the person bringing back, he can delay it.
If you snap me, I can delay me coming out.
Oh, to mess up their combo or to mess up something?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah.
Or their setup? That's pretty neat.
Did they... Sorry. The hit thing that you showed us, is that part of this patch or is that...
I hope not.
No, that's because of the buff thing, that's possible with Season 3.
So that...
Are you kidding?
That video you showed us where he literally one-shot the guy with the spark and his basic... That's coming, or that's part of this patch.
That's what you can do, though. Yeah.
Get the fuck out! Did you remember the video?
Is that because of the limit break?
Limit break plus sparking plus doing that super with 7 bars means you just shook their hand.
Is that only possible for him? Like, is he the only one that can do that, or does everybody get like a buff to their level 1 like that?
His is the only one that forces for the. He has 2 level 1s. One is like a bionic arm, like Spencer and Marvel.
Yeah.
His other one is unique to him, where whatever meter you have gets dumped into the damage. Like you can't control. I'll do 1 bar. It's all of it.
Gotcha.
So whatever you have. So if he's at max, he straight up just phoenixed you, but with 1 move.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Randall, he's coming back to your team.
Who? I'm sticking with my squad.
Okay.
Frieza can just as easily, just with less meter, he can kill you with 1 touch. If he's Golden Frieza, sparking limit break, that mechanic limit break also adds another layer of theory crafting for your team, because now you got to think, if this character gets this damage buff, can I kill just from looking at you? Like it made TN even better as an anchor. Anyone who does damage super Broly now as an anchor is really good, and especially because his level 3 gives you a 5% damage buff throughout too. So you're messing with like 15 to 25% buff just for having your nipples out.
Yo, so people are gonna be dying quick for real.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see whatever next. What's the next tournament coming up as of this recording?
I don't remember.
Do you know off the top of your head? Okay, now I got to see what people are cooking up.
I've been looking at people's streams that play Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You're seeing people with no one from season 2 is on their team anymore. It's just they just threw that whole team out. Minus the kill stage, he's still playing the same team for the most part.
Okay.
But Sonic Fox's entire team's different.
That's good. That's what I want to see. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be cool to watch.
I think Chris G went back to playing Krillin.
Yes.
Are
So when
there
they're adding,
anybody that plays Nappa?
I don't know about still, but they buffed him, so he's gonna
probably make an
seen a lot
appearance
more.
again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because after watching that one dude sauce you with Nappa, I'm really hoping that
There was a pro player that used to main him. I think his name was Tatsuniko. They used to main him, and he found a lot of the tech for him. But one of his other assist is basically a DP, where he's just invuln throughout the whole thing. Bardock, as if his first assist wasn't stupid, his B assist, it'll track you horizontally, and if you block it, the person who called the assist is now plus 43 frame data.
Dang!
What the fuck?
You know that the gut punch that he has?
Yeah.
That's his assist.
But it's full screen.
If you're on the other side, he'll appear in front of you and just wind up.
Oh my god.
I don't know if it's intentional or if it's just like a bug, but he's there. If you're on the ground, he's there.
Holy shit. So Bardock's gonna make an appearance.
His other assists are pretty good. His C one, which takes longer, it does those swipes for his stance to track anywhere. But it's a C assist, so I don't know if I care. His B assist is literally the fastest bionic arm I've seen in my life. You know the move where he just lunges forward and he does this with his hand, and then he like ground or wall bounces?
Yeah.
That's his assist.
Oh, that can be used.
So
That's
he comes
useful.
in and boom. Yeah.
Oh, does the boy Yamcha get anything good? So you don't have to do like Dante combos to kill someone?
No one gives a shit about
No,
Yamcha.
Yamcha still, you're going to have arthritis from game 1.
Dang it. Oh well.
Trying
Alright.
to get the
Hit us with the
it's really
Kefla then,
fun
I
so
guess.
far. So yeah, then, because I didn't get the season pass, I'm not paying for another Goku. I waited 2 days, bought Kefla. She's the reason why there's really no reason to play Piccolo. She has the super, like the Hellzone grenade, that now gives you better Oki or setup off of it than Piccolo does. Because Piccolo was very heavy based around a snap, Hellzone, guess where I am.
Yeah.
She can set that up just from putting you in a block string. She'll make you block something, call assist, bring it out, and guess.
So there's no need to waste a meter to snap back.
And the explosion from that junk, you can't even see what the person's doing.
Yeah. Well, just like Piccolo's too, you couldn't see anything. Hers, you can't see anything, but it's red.
That's cool.
She doesn't seem like she respects anything you do, really.
Oh no, in
A
a
lot
bad
of her
way,
moves-
or
Yeah, a lot of her moves lunge you forward. Her standing medium is foreheads, and she goes half screen, just doing a bunch of punches at you, basically. Yeah, so she has good corner carry. She's a lot like Bardock with her normals. She uses meter very well in the sense that she can do the bad bullshit.
okay.
She's an air super that I think it teleports over you and brings you down. Her level 3 basically covers every angle. If you were to vanish and at level 3, I can hit you without facing you. Because the beams go in every angle around her.
So there's no unless you physically hold back, you're not gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna get hit.
You're gonna get hit.
Oh come on, that's trash, dude.
Her setting up touches of death with her are pretty simple in comparison to other characters. Because she can get you to the corner very well. She does good damage. She has stuff that will mix the fuck out of you. So she has a move where she just does a command run that's basically a teleport, and she'll run through you like hilariously fast. So if you're blocking, she does it and calls an assist. Now you're basically locked there, and she can be anywhere. If it's on the ground, it just goes horizontal, and you can go through people. If it's in the air, it's like a diagonal angle. But it can always side switch. So she's basically, if you don't guess correct, she has an overhead too by doing forward heavy, which is like a two-handed. I don't know what move this would be, but it goes for your head, and you
Okay.
can combo after if that lands. So there's really no reason to do the universal overhead. She hits you with that one, she can get a full combo.
And it probably does more damage than the freaking overhead. So
Yeah. Yeah, she's basically Piccolo.
so what do you
fused to a lot
recommend
of
her as
people.
in what position? Point.
She seems
It
like
sounds
a
like
point character.
Sounds like it's like a Wolverine.
Yeah, I don't like her assists. I don't know if they're. One of them is just a key blast, which it's whatever. The other one is lightning legs, which seems like a good pressure assist. But overall, I'd rather have her on point, because if she's gonna mix you up, it's nice to have assists, and doing a move into assist into the guess where I am super is beneficial for her. She's like, okay, that's these are the characters that they basically fused to make her. She's Bardock with a lot of her
Piccolo.
moves. Piccolo's super. Fidel, she was good.
Forgot she's in the game, dude.
Yeah. And who else? There's someone
Fidel
else.
and Yamcha, man, so worthless.
No, Yamcha's good. It's just if he's by himself, you're gonna have to have like your hands insured. Because
No, I meant him as a person.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about? He's a stand-up man, just playing baseball. What are you talking about?
A lot of people think Kefla's really good now, and just from doing lab stuff with her, I can see why. She might be a problem character. I don't know if she's a problem like GT Goku was, but I think a lot of people are gonna pick her up. She's fun, at least, and I think she's definitely a point character. I don't regret the purchase because I like her as a character.
That's the first time
Her
I've seen her
anim-
because I haven't seen Super. So when I saw that announcement, I'm like, "Who the heck is this?" She looks cool. Her being a fusion is cool.
Her animations look different than anybody else because, like you've seen the game, idle animations are kind of slow.
Yeah.
Hers is like she's like the Flash or something.
That might be because her movement is probably more. She's moving a lot more, so it looks different. Or are you saying that do you think there's more intermittent frames?
It looks like that.
Oh, okay. Like a
Hers
bunch
are a
more
lot
in
less
between.
jagged.
Yeah. Okay.
Her crouching animation is literally Guiles. So she goes.
No way.
She doesn't have a flash kick though. So
that's my next question. Well, can she flash kick?
No.
I'm gonna say that's a solid pick for Brian. All he needs is a Sagat clone.
I recommend her though. If you really just want to get in there, play your own version of neutral, which is just press what you want.
Yes.
Yes. Get good damage. If you want a female Bardock, then yeah, you're good.
Okay.
That's all. It's like a female Bardock.
Got it.
And I recommend her.
Sweet. That's good news. Yeah, we get some good news after good news. We started off terrible with Lighthouse, and now we're here. Like, I like this.
I'm really enjoying it. Again, I haven't played online, so GT Goku hasn't soured season 3 for me yet. They tamed him down a little bit, but it seems like with the right assist, you can still do the same bullshit with him.
That's a good question. Brian, do you know the release date? Is Grand Blue Fantasy out?
It's out today for PS4, for PC. On Steam, it's next Friday, the 13th.
What do you mean it's on PC, but on Steam is next week? Is it exclusive to a different?
It's only on Steam for PC.
Oh,
Currently.
okay.
They haven't announced anything else.
Okay.
I'm going to be buying that Frame 1 because I wanted to try it. And I was like, please make it on PC. And they heard me, unlike some companies. I had to wait 3 years for this.
That's good. Okay. So
yeah.
you said you're going to buy Frame 1?
Yeah.
So it comes out next week. So the weekend.
Next Friday.
So 2 episodes from now, we'll get the review.
Yeah. I mean, the game itself has like a 16-hour RPG mode.
Oh, really?
For the story, it's an RPG.
That's good.
Yeah.
For Grand Blue? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I was like, I think the story's even co-op too.
I'm listening. Unless you already have somebody else.
No, I don't know. I think it's I didn't watch anyone play because I was like, the frame I can play this, I'm buying it. The story, I mean. I think it becomes like an RPG beat 'em up that's co-op.
Yo,
when you're doing
get
story
out.
mode.
Oh, as long as it doesn't get to the point of River City Girls.
This is an actual fighting game. So
okay, just in case, because we thought that was going places, and then that boss happened, and I was done with the game.
All
right, good news. Which is good news.
Dragon Ball reinvigorated. I want to keep playing. I'm trash now because I forgot how to play it. Because I haven't played. When Broly came out, I played for like 2 weeks, and I was like, this little piece of shit still does not let me play this, so I'm just gonna move on.
Gotcha. But now
it could be worse. It could be Skullgirls.
All right, Brian, contain yourself. Oh shoot! All right, we'll take it as good news. That's awesome. I'm trying to see what I can pick that continues the good news. I don't know. I don't think there's anything. I don't know if there's anything.
Good news. I can spell good news with 3 letters. MFA. Tell us about it, Randall.
Oh, I hope so, Randall. So tell me that you like this movie. We're in a good news combo here.
This movie was very interesting.
Oh no, that's not a good start.
No. It was good. I recommend it. I recommend people watch it. It's
okay. So we're still in the good.
It's just interesting because basically the movie is about this girl who it's kind of a dark / action / drama.
Okay.
Because this girl gets, I hate saying this word.
Want me to say it for you?
Yeah.
What is it? Let me look up the thing.
Does it rhyme with grape?
Yeah.
Oh, rape. She gets raped. Okay, you can say
you
sexually
didn't have
assaulted.
to say it, man.
You can say sexually assaulted.
I don't like saying that either.
Okay,
that
Randall.
whole
Like,
thing,
what is?
If you notice, what I put in parentheses, like it really bothers me. That stuff gets under my skin.
Okay, yeah, which it should. That's what I mean.
So basically,
this is a good thing.
And the thing about it is, she's a recluse. So I connected with her on that level because I'm a recluse.
Okay.
So I understand what it's like to try to put to step out of your comfort zone and put yourself in a position where you can possibly date someone or get to know someone or whatever. So
and this ends up being her experience.
In like the way the guy presents himself and even the way they showed him, you thought he was actually a good dude. But things quickly switched. And of course when that part came in the movie, I had to fast forward because I can't watch that. So that's what happens to her. But the rest of the movie is like justice. It's like pure Captain America. Because
snap! Okay,
she goes on she becomes like not like a vigilante like Batman, but she becomes like a vengeful person where not only does she
Punisher,
kind of like Punisher, but definitely not as violent. But she basically goes on a path of revenge by taking out the person who did said thing to her. And then she also connects with other women in the movie who were exposed to the same type of treatment. And she goes and takes it upon herself to take revenge on those guys for the women without the women knowing.
Oh, okay.
So like one girl,
I thought it was like a Justice League kind of thing where they all band
no,
together. They all...
it's just solely her.
Okay.
And one girl, she got it real bad. It was just multiple people.
Okay.
And drugs were involved.
Right.
So it was really horrible. Another part of the movie I had to fast forward through because I couldn't mentally.
Oh, they show this.
It's not. They show it, but it's not like graphic. You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
like
Like it's
this.
not nude. It's not nudity.
It's not when you load up Pornhub.
I don't know what that's like, but
Randall, let's not waste time. But
anyway,
He doesn't associate with Pornhub. He only does browsers. We've been over this.
Oh, okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so just the act of it all, like that bothers me, even though they don't show much. It's just because I know what's going on.
Okay.
So I fast forward through that. But basically, multiple people with this one person, and it was just really messed up. So she went and she took out every person that was involved in that situation. And that's pretty much the premise of the movie. But basically, she's an artist. She's in school. Said thing happens to her. She goes on a revenge tip. And as it's crazy because it's like she's an artist, and when she's in class, in the beginning of the movie, she seems to be struggling with her creativity. So the art director or professor, whatever you want to call him, is telling her, like, look, you need to let go. Everything that you're painting in this class, you're playing it safe. I need you to just let go, just express yourself on the canvas, and just try. If you have to fail miserably. It's fine. Just just let yourself go. Express yourself more. So ironically, as she's doing these things, it opens a side of her that allows her to be more visceral with her art. And it's basically her kind of painting what she did with these people. Like,
we're getting some noise. I don't know from who. Oh, it's gone now. All right, we'll cut. Sorry.
So like she's basically painting what she's done to these individuals, but it's done in a way where it's just like it's artistic, but it's like it's also disturbing at the same time, which is what some of the people say. But they, there's creativity and madness. So
okay,
her artwork ends up becoming more appealing from an artistic eye.
Okay.
The message was in the entire movie that was conveyed through her artwork and through the experience that she had and what she was doing in the movie was basically like this situation goes on and it gets covered up.
Okay.
Or it gets easily dismissed. And for a lot of women, it actually gets reversed on them. Like if said thing happens to them and they go to tell people about it, in particular in this case in the movie on a college campus, when they go and try to talk to someone about it, like a counselor or whatever, it's almost like they get attacked or turned on them like, well, did you do something to cause this? Or are you sure this actually happened? Or did you ever say no? And like, it was one part in the movie where she was talking to the lady. This lady is supposed to be here to help her, right? That's her job on the college campus. She's telling her what happened to her. And she's like, well, are you sure? How many drinks did you have? Did you say no? Are you sure you said no? Did you say the word no? She's like, yes, I said no multiple times. So it turns out that this lady, she was involved in something where she was basically covering up for the guys who did said thing.
Oh, so she was part of it.
So that was kind of the message. It's like in the world, this thing is going on, and women, they're victims of the situation, but they're also victims of the public because people will quickly call them whores or things like that,
or sluts or something.
Yeah,
around,
like making it seem like, oh, you were just sleeping around, and this is what happened to you, when that's not the case. You like in the main protagonist, like she's a really innocent, really nice, reclusive artist who's just trying to grow as an artist, who's trying to build her social skills. She has a roommate who she's really close friends with, and she's trying to like she's trying to get out of her shell, but it's really difficult because
when she did, this happened.
Yeah, when she finally does, this happens, and then now she doesn't know what to do, so she goes and tries to get help, and it shows you how bad it is because her roommate. It happened to her roommate.
First or after?
Like in the past.
Got it.
And her roommate's way of helping her cope with it is like telling her like, look, because she says, I need to tell somebody. And she's like, no, don't tell anyone. Because she knows that in a lot of cases when women go reveal this information, it gets turned back on them. And then nothing ultimately ever happens with the people who did it to them.
Right.
So she's just probably trying to like save her the embarrassment and say, well, don't say nothing to nobody. I'm here for you. We'll get through this together. She said to her, it was just one bad night. Obviously, I don't agree with that, but I understand why she said that.
Uh-huh.
But in light of the movie, that was the message basically is like women go through they go through this situation, and then the answer, which should be obvious, is to tell people doesn't give you the results that you want to happen because they don't get the help. The people who did said thing, they don't get in trouble. They just pretty much, their life just continues to go on as normal. Meanwhile, she has to deal with this stuff, not only from a physical standpoint, but a mental and emotional standpoint that this happened to her. And then it shows the adverse effects of it because it's like when she does get close to somebody who is decently good or genuinely good.
She has that in the back of her mind, so.
They were heading in the right direction, and one moment things got a little hot and steamy, and then all it takes is for something that was very familiar that happened in a previous situation to happen again, even though the intentions were not the same. It's a relapse. It's like a immediate relapse, and she's like pushed him off. She's like, "Get out!" And he's like, He doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, he's just like, okay.
He's like, okay, all right, I'm fine. She's just like, get out! Like she's like getting real mad.
She's like, yo, let me put my shoes on. I'm out.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's messed up, man. And it's like that's why I wrote in the thing that I wish I was cause oh my God, I would be bodying dudes, man.
Would you take their lives, Randall?
Nah, I wouldn't kill them, but I would make them wish they were dead.
Okay.
Because
I rip their leg off.
That jump really bothers me, man. That is one of the things in this world that I hate the most. That really, really gets under my skin. That makes me go to a darker side of my personality. Yeah. When stuff like that.
How dark, Randall? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tap into right here. So
anyway,
what do you mean anyway? I'm this is my fucking show. What do you mean anyway? So you would rip their leg off, or like I need you to go get a script. This is a safe zone, right?
I don't know, man. I have to be in the moment. I mean, I'm not a person who likes violence.
Are you a strangling kind of person, or?
So that was the movie, and
man, I'm asking you genuine questions here. I'm not laughing.
I don't know, man. You ever heard of the saying a person goes red? When a person goes or they see red,
yeah, they see red.
They don't know.
Okay.
They just snap. They just do. They react.
You're just saying someone else takes over.
Yes.
Satan.
What? Okay.
You didn't say no.
No, there's no.
But do you recommend watching it? You said it was good. Like
the word "recommend" is very strong. Okay. I can't say that I recommend it because if you're anyone like me, as far as like that type of stuff really bothers you, then I wouldn't recommend anyone to watch a movie like that. What?
Johan says he'd axe kick them in the knees and invert them. Remember Birds of Prey? That's what he's talking about. Like,
that sounds like a good start.
Jesus. All right.
That's a good start.
I can already hear the bones cracking.
I mean, you need to send a message, man. You need to let them know that you need to trauma. I feel this is really harsh to say, but I feel like anyone who does this to women, they need to experience something that's going to traumatize them so that at any given time in the future, if they even remotely think about doing something similar to what they did before, they're so terrified of what the repercussions are that they're scared to even think about doing it.
Man, you're thinking like Batman. That's the problem.
No, see, what I would do is I'd play Moonlight Sonata as I have them in a room
where
they're locked up in. and I
Yeah.
walk in and I shoot them in a body part that isn't lethal,
Fatal.
and I cauterize it, then I walk out. The next day I do the same thing over 3 months.
What the heck?
So anytime he hears Mona Sonata, they just start weeping uncontrollably.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, anytime
Right
he hears
there.
that song, he's gonna be.
Well, I mean, at least you guys let him. I don't see. I'm the opposite. When it happened, dead.
That's an easy way out, though.
I get it, but I'm saving them because what if your methods don't work?
What do you mean?
Like you think it's
Traumatizing somebody works.
Hey, I'm just letting you know they can get out. They can get psychological work done to get out of the traumatization.
I didn't say
You know
it's
how long
alive.
it takes to get out of.
Randall, but the thing is, that's my point. You said how long it does.
It
you know
takes
how
a
long it will
long
take
time,
a dead
man.
person to come back, Randall? Never.
Yeah, but
Ooh, you like that indefinite answer, Randall? Never.
I mean, I can't condone murdering somebody.
Me
man.
neither.
I didn't say I'd keep him alive though. Theoretically, on paper,
You know, me neither.
allegedly.
Allegedly. All right, people are just they're ending up without life. Let's move on from here. What do we got here? So that wasn't a good one. That was just like, okay, it's fine. We're losing.
No, the movie was touching. It was powerful.
I get it,
good.
but when I say recommend, that means it should have been a yes, a powerful yes, not like invisible.
Because
Man, yes.
it depends on your mental state.
I get it. All right, so we're kind of slowing down here. We went from great. All right, so let's. Kelsey, you got an update. You did not an update, I guess. Randall, you're the one that saw the second Maleficent, right?
Yes.
All right, so Kelsey, you ended up watching it.
Yeah.
Do you remember what Randall said about it, or?
I don't remember him reviewing it. I remember I vaguely remember him saying it was like a lot darker than the first one, I think.
He said he recommended it if you wanted to see Angelina Jolie do her Maleficent thing, because she does that very well. But the rest, he was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of your typical fairy tale story. You know, Angelina Jolie definitely is a great actress for being Maleficent. Like she does an amazing job of doing it. I thought the movie itself was pretty awesome. You know, it's been out for. It hasn't been out for very long, I guess, because it was released last year. But I would definitely, I would say go watch it if you really like the first one.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one because I liked her performance as Maleficent. So if she keeps that up, then I definitely got to watch it. I just haven't sat down to watch it. All right, cool. That was a quick and dirty. Now that now that I mentioned me sitting down and watching something, JoJo update.
JoJo.
Yada. So I experienced my first death from the squad of like 15 people. I guess I gotta prepare myself. Again, I don't want any spoilers, but I think it's gonna go downhill from here because they did not hesitate to take this kid out. So it begins.
Okay.
We're in it now. So now I know there's no more new characters. Now they're gonna start dwindling down. I would hope
It's like
so.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I think so, and it sucks because they warned me before. All of them did. Johan, Javi, and Brian. You're gonna get attached, and then you're gonna have to watch them die. And I'm attached to most of the ones that are on there now. So I'm like, oh great, here we go.
That was what I loved about Attack on Titan in like the first seasons. They're like, so here's this group of people. They're amazing. You're gonna fall in love with them. They're dead.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, and this just happened because I think there's gonna be a lot more deaths, and I like a good portion of the group now. So pray for me. I think I only have like maybe 12 more episodes, or maybe 14, something like that. So I'm almost finished with part 4.
I haven't told you who my favorite character is, and I won't until you finish the season. But this is the only season where my favorite character didn't die in the same way everyone else does.
Okay. No, so far so good. I like it's moving along. There's not that much filler now because I think they're in the midst of it now. So it's just trying to catch the antagonist. So it's been pretty cool. Oh my god, what's his name? Has a new he leveled up his fucking stand. Oh, Act 3 now. So dope. He looks like a cyber Frieza, dude. It's so cool. Anyway, that's my JoJo update. I'm almost finished. Speaking of anime stuff, Ni no Kuni 2, you kept playing, Kelsey?
Yeah, I played it and I finished it.
Oh, you
At
finished
least I
it.
finished the main storyline.
Holy shit, you went to town.
I had about 60 hours into it.
That's it.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a no.
Yeah,
What do you
it
mean?
is
That's
a lot.
it.
I wasted a lot of time doing a lot of the side crap, and I didn't even get to finish most of it. I never finished upgrading my castle all the way. I didn't finish a couple of the big side missions.
Is that because you got tired of it? Like, did you beeline the main story because you started getting tired of the side stuff, or you just wanted to get it done because you wanted to play other things, or?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the game, but at a certain point, I was like, I mean, I think when I hit like 45 or 50 hours, I was like, okay, I kind of want to just finish this because, I started skipping. The main story I would watch, but I would start skipping and not reading a lot of the like side stuff. I don't know, stopped caring, I guess.
Uh-huh.
The very end of it was, the ending was very strange. Like it's just way out of left field. Like you never would have seen this coming. Just playing the game.
From what you told us before, the starting was fucking random.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess you could kind of see it coming, but I don't know. Are you guys gonna ever play it?
Not that I cannot afford. I don't have time to put into a JRPG.
The first one that I played, I got tired because they gave you a lot of the mechanics early in the game, and then you just had to let it marinate throughout the rest of it. I was like, it's nothing new. I'm kind of done.
All right, hold on. Randall, are you gonna play Ni no Kuni 2?
Mm-mm.
Let me put the spoiler thing up then, so people know, just in case they are. Spoilers up.
I mean, that's kind of the way it was in this one too. Like you get your castle, and then you do a whole bunch of upgrades to help your characters throughout. And then there was a part where I didn't really do anything with the magic stuff for the most part. And then there was a part where I think it's called Spellworks, is the thing that allows you to like upgrade spells and research stuff. Apparently you could research other spells to help you throughout the game, like do little things. It wasn't anything major. It was, it was like you could lockpick locked chests, you could talk to spirits, you could do. There was one that apparently you could like fight previous battles against the Kingmakers, and I never bothered to do that. I didn't figure out how to do it, and I didn't really pay much attention to it. But I got like most of the way through the game before I realized that you could go back and learn more spells. And then it was just, it was helpful from then on out. Like I went back through some of the content and got some of the chests and things like that. At the very end though, so like your main character's name is Roland, and he's this he's from another reality or universe or whatever.
Yeah.
And at the very end, so the guy that's like has this big plot in whatever that you're trying to prevent.
Uh-huh.
He steals the king's bond from the 4 kingsmakers of the realm, right?
Okay.
And you have a 5th one because you're a new king. And he apparently, I wasn't quite sure on this, but it seems like he was like 2,000 years old or something, because he was originally a king from thousands of years ago, and he was just a child, or he was very young, and his kingmaker he fell in love with his kingmaker, and it caused like this chaos. And then the horned one is what this like negative energy kingmaker is called, was created. And then his civilization basically got destroyed. He was the only one that was left. His country no longer existed. It just vanished, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But he gathers up all 4 of the king's bonds and summons the horned one because he's trying to free. Apparently he's doing all this for love, because he's trying to free his kingmaker so that he could be with her.
Okay.
And at the very end, you find out that the whole reason that the horned one even exists because she actually loved him too, and gave up her
Life, soul, spirit.
yeah, like, you know, her immense power, you know, and to be mortal, I guess. And that's what created the Horned One. It just spawned because you know, that's not something that had ever happened before, and you know, whatever. And then like she realized what she had done. Yeah, like the story itself just isn't like super interesting.
I can only imagine you playing this and you're like, all right, skip. I don't give a fuck about the Horned One.
Like I mean, the story up until that point was like, okay, you know, it wasn't like terrible, it wasn't great. And then this comes along, and then before you even find out that stuff, Roland throughout the whole thing, you know, he's from another universe, and he has this like black magic stuff kind of fizzle out of him at certain points throughout the game, and it's a little weird. And then as you get to the end and you start talking to the guy that's like has this whole big plot, he's trying to, you know, resurrect his city and then his loved one. He and Roland are the same person. Like they have the same face model, and they talk about how souls across universes are linked or connected. And yeah, that's kind of how that's the
Okay,
face that
Kingdom
I had.
Hearts.
And because like, you know, I don't even remember the guy's name, but the
Tim.
bad guy had his kingdom destroyed, and Roland had his kingdom destroyed at the very beginning, and they're both like fighting to like figure out, you know, how to bring it back. And except Roland is like, look, bro, you do your thing, because I would give my life to help my people. I don't know what the fuck you're smoking, but you probably get off of it. Yeah.
That sounds like an anime ass ending.
Courage is the word. Or bravery.
Okay,
I forget which one.
No, you're right. You're right. It's not an anime ass ending because that exists. It's bravery is the word I think it was.
I always forget. I tried to purge most of that from my brain, but
It's unfortunate because that was really cool animation.
I got a question for you, Kelsey.
What's up?
What is your favorite story? And I mean, like,
from beginning to end.
Yeah, okay. Overall, like, I mean, something that you really genuinely, I guess that was the most engaging for you. Now, it doesn't have to be a game, but I just mean, what is your favorite story that you've been exposed to? Period. That you're like, man, I love this story. This is from beginning to end.
Probably Final Fantasy VII. I mean,
nice.
I really enjoy like everything about it, like the whole premise, and then like the more you learn, the more you like want to go back and play and see if you could learn more things. And it's just everything about like the characters and the plot,
world building.
It's just phenomenal to me.
So that encompasses like books you might have read, movies you might have seen.
I don't know how to read, so.
I'll give you A+ for the delivery of that line. Stone face. I don't know how to read, so that's not an option.
So the one book that I really remember reading, like as a child, that like I really really enjoyed. I was probably 5th or 6th grade.
I'm still thinking about it.
I don't know the name. I've never been able to figure it out. But it was about this girl who was a servant to dragons, okay? And she was a servant to kind of like an older dragon who had a different way about her. And it's going to sound stupid because I can't really remember like the whole thing, but it's like you grow really attached to like the dragon and the girl, and then at the very end there's like this race or this fight for being the next like dragon king or something. And you know, it's the way that they told the story was just really, you know, not tear-jerking, but like engaging. And you're like rooting for the dragon, and you know, getting really attached to the dragon and the girl, because the dragon, like I said, is older, and something happened during the race that put her like life at risk, the dragon's life at risk, and at the end turns out she wins and becomes like the next Dragon King or whatever. But the story itself was just like really cool. So if I had to pick something outside of games, that would be the one.
Johan in the chat says Final Fantasy 14 Heaven Sword. That's his favorite story. Randall, I mean, could be a topic. So, Randall, what's your favorite story, including all media?
I had to think about that. I don't have one off the top of my head.
Well, first one that comes to your mind is the answer, Randall.
I mean, I had to think about it some too.
So
Final
when I
Fantasy
asked you
VII
that,
is just the one that I'm.
Hold on. So I asked you that question, Randall, and not a single story came to your mind.
A bunch of stuff came to my mind.
Which one was the first?
I don't know.
All right, Brian. What is your favorite story? Because he doesn't understand what first means.
It's hard to pick. I have my choice, but per media. So that's why it's hard for me to. If you just put everything together, it's hard to name just one. But
I mean, like on the spot, that was just what I came up with. I understand what they're saying.
I don't know. It's between Mass Effect and La La Land.
Okay, so between those two, which one are you keeping forever? Which one's dying in an abyss?
Damn.
The correct answer there is Mass Effect.
Don't tell me how to think. Probably go with Mass Effect, to be honest with you.
There we go. See how easy that was, Randall?
Wait. Mass Effect trilogy.
See, there you go. See that?
The whole thing, that's one story.
Mass Effect, no, but there's Andromeda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you say between Mass Effect and Andromeda and La La Land, I say La La Land.
Gotcha.
If you cut out Andromeda, trilogy.
For me, it's season 1 of The Walking Dead.
Really?
For Telltale Games.
Oh, okay.
Wait, this is all stories, period. That's what you pick.
Telltale Games, the first season, The Walking Dead, yes. There's bar none, nothing that got
Over
me...
Saving Private Ryan.
Yes. Bar none, nothing has been more engaging.
What about
you talking about with Lee?
With Lee and Clementine, yes.
Okay.
That's the first. When you said best story, that's the first thing that came to my mind. So that's the answer.
Clementine.
The fucking Citadel DLC for Mass Effect 3, I almost cried.
No, that
I
fucking season 1 of Walking Dead destroyed me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Comes out with red eyes.
That thing just bar none, nothing comes close. All right.
When does Wolf Among Us 2 come out?
They announced that they're working on it. Remember, they're going through that studio thing where now they have a new studio. They're probably trying to get the assets. They're probably maybe working on a new engine. Like, there's a lot they're probably working on. That studio that took over. So as long as they take their time, because the first season was dope. I really liked it. So
that shit had me literally, when you started streaming every time, I would close everything I was doing, just watch.
It's really cool. So if they make another one, I'm definitely streaming that. That's more content. That first season was cool.
All right. I'm probably going to have to say probably the original trilogy of Star Wars.
Oh, the whole, okay, 4, 5, and 6?
And the reason, I'm going to tell you why.
Why didn't you include Rogue One? No? Okay.
Whatever. I mean, Rogue One was all right. It just was, the reason why I like Rogue One was the last 15 seconds, 20, 30 seconds of the movie when Darth Vader showed up.
All right, whatever. If that's all you liked from, never mind. I like the whole movie because it gives meaning to that.
I'm not saying it sucked.
Okay.
I'm just saying that it wasn't like, oh my God. It was
Okay.
I mean, it was cool that some answers got some questions got answered.
Yeah.
Like the whole,
or some answers got questioned.
Or why the Death Star was designed like that. But anyway, I think the reason why I picked Star Wars, or that technically probably was the thing that popped up in my head, it was because the whole story of Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker, because that just I see it's kind of unfair because it's like all the lore that I know behind Star Wars and how certain characters came to be and where they came from. It's a very emotional, it's really messed up and it's dark and it's like it sucks because it's this guy who desperately wants to make a change or he wants to make a change in the universe, and he wants to do what is right. But every single bad thing that can cause a person to turn evil or to turn bad happens to him. And it's like, how could you not turn bad? Your mother was murdered. She was tortured, and then she was murdered.
Then murdered, yeah.
Then you had this guy who's just feeding you all sorts of crap in your head, telling you like, look, I can teach you so that no one you love ever dies. Meanwhile, this guy's just pure evil. But your heart intentions are good. Like you have this wife who you don't want to lose, and she's going through some physical illness, and you don't want to lose her. So of course you're going to listen to him. You can teach me how to save her, then of course I do it. But all the while, it's like you're going down this dark path, but your reasonings are for good reasons. Like the thought behind it is pure, but it's just all evil. That like it's just, I don't know. For me, that really it just really got under my skin, because I know what it's like to try to do the right thing, and how difficult sometimes it can be to do the right thing, especially when people push your buttons or they try you or whatever, or just life in general just push your junk in and tries to make things worse for you. Like it's just like sometimes you go through life where it's just problem after problem after problem, and it seems like no matter how hard you try to turn the other cheek, or you try to look at the brighter side, sometimes it's just, it kind of sends you to the dark side, man. And you try not to do that, but I guess like I could take what I saw in that movie and apply it to real life, to modern life. And it's kind of what Darth Vader, or I should say what Anakin Skywalker went through to become Darth Vader. Like it was messed up, because I think any one of us here that seen that movie or know that story would have the same exact reaction if our mother went through that.
Well, I would have been a Sith Lord immediately. I would have been in the dark side. I'm one superpower away from being a villain. I can already.
Shirt, bro.
Yeah, like no, that's not gonna help me.
It could. You don't know.
Like if I ended up having a mutation like an X-Men, Magneto's team, where is he? Like it's on site. There's no way. I can't. With all that power, I can't trust myself. The more you know, Randall. You're living with an X-Men that sides with Magneto.
Yeah, I wouldn't side with any of them if I was an X-Men or if I was a mutant.
Brian just runs. Yeah. He's like, I'm not going to go to your stupid school and fuck your war, Magneto. I'm out of here.
I'm not going to sit in this building that basically says, send fucking Sentinels my way.
Yeah, like I never got this. Like, here, find us and blow us up.
Yeah, murder us together.
Even if you was like a class 4 mutant, you still wouldn't?
I'd be like, I'm going to do me. If you don't like that, step up.
Yeah, come see me, bro. I got powers.
Go ahead,
my bad, Kelsey.
Do you know who the most powerful registered mutant is?
No, I don't.
Don't say Jub. He's gonna say Jubilee or some bullshit like that. Okay.
Who is it?
No.
It's
Randall, you got to guess?
It's
Molecule Man?
No, it's Jean Grey.
Nope.
Who's more powerful than Phoenix?
Santa Claus.
All right.
That is not a lie. Go look it up. Santa Claus is the most powerful registered mutant in the X-Men universe.
How is he a mutant?
I'm sure they wrote it in somehow in the comics.
But how is he a mutant? What powers does he have?
We'd have to read the book, Randall. I don't know.
He can tell if you're naughty or nice.
That's a strong power.
I mean, Professor X can tell that too.
Nah, without that stupid helmet.
Now if you're wearing a certain material.
Cerebral.
Helmet.
Yeah. No, he's talking about Magneto's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because he can't do it with Juggernaut's helmet, and he can't do it with Magneto's helmet.
Now we're talking about X-Men. Where the hell were we?
We were talking about
Star
favorite
Wars.
stories.
Oh, favorite Star Wars. No, story. Sorry. Yeah, so I guess that's everybody's answer. We got Randall with Star Wars. Brian
The
said
original
Mass Effect.
trilogy.
Yeah,
Trilogy.
4, 5, and 6.
Yes.
I guess 1, 2, 3 if they're original trilogy. Let's just say 4, 5, 6 so nobody gets it twisted. Brian says Mass Effect. Kelsey says Final Fantasy 7.
No.
Oh,
The
Mass Effect trilogy. Sorry, Mass Effect trilogy. And Kelsey said everything Final Fantasy. I'm kidding. Final Fantasy 7. And then
No, 'cause
mine's
there's some Final Fantasy X 2 is,
not great.
I don't know, maybe the story would have been good, but I couldn't get past the
The mechanics.
yes.
Gotcha.
So Kelsey said last round. No?
And then I got, what was it? Telltale's Walking Dead Season 1. Walking Dead Season 1, sorry. Oh, snap. What we got left? 3 things here. We got it. Randall, Jacob's Ladder. Did he climb it?
I'm still thinking about that lady that Lee could have had but got blasted. You know what I'm talking about?
You could have survived that. She could have survived that. It's my choice. I think it was the choice. You're talking about right off the bus?
I thought they were in a RV.
It wasn't an RV, and then they were questioning who did something, and then she gets blasted.
It was like they found food or they found something behind the station wagon.
Yeah, and then something else later on gets questioned if something if someone did something. But if I think I looked at I got her killed.
Yeah, I did too.
But I think there's an option where she just goes off and she comes back in a different episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think. Don't quote me on it.
Because when that jump happened, I was like, Dad, that was his only chance of having somebody.
When I was playing it, I wasn't in that mindset. I was like, Clementine is everything right now.
Yeah.
So that bond was not breaking.
Well, no, because the girl that he's talking about was actually useful.
She was.
Idiot. So it would have been 2 for Clem.
Oh, for Clem in her benefit, yeah, absolutely. But that
could have been a real family, man.
What the hell?
I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna move on before he gets weird. Before I start putting up weird tabs. So Randall, Jacob's Ladder. How fast did he climb it?
This is actually a movie about PTSD.
War or like a traumatic experience?
War.
Okay.
So they was on this drug called HTV. Wait, HTA. It was called HTA.
That's a drug?
Yeah, it was a drug in the movie that they were giving soldiers.
Okay. Is it performance enhancing or something?
No. This was like post-war.
Okay.
When they returned to civilian life.
Okay.
Excuse me. How can I tell you this story?
I mean, we can switch to spoiler. If you want to go into spoiler, I can put up my little sign.
I mean, basically, the movie is about this guy who was in war. He returns to civilian life.
Yeah.
And it's told through his eyes, but everything that he's saying is not exactly what you find out is not exactly what it is. It's like one of those trippy movies where it's like you're led to believe one thing, but it turns out being something else in the end of the movie.
Like the Lighthouse?
No. I can't believe I saw that movie. What was I saying?
It turns out it's a trippy thing where he's saying something, but it turns out that it's not what it seems.
Yeah. That's basically
Island. Like Shutter Island.
I never saw that. That's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, you need to watch that. That you would definitely.
That jump bothered me from the trailer because it looked like it was like something that was like psychological.
It is.
It is psychological.
Yeah, I don't really do well.
Come
with
on,
those
you'll like it. It's good.
The way they do it is very tasteful.
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
I also kind of heard what you guys said that he was supposed to be a detective or some junk like that, but then you find out he's actually the patient.
Oh well, there's that.
That actually really helps with watching the movie. Like you watch it once, and then you find that out, and you watch it again, and it gives you a whole new perspective. You know, but like knowing that going in still helps because you get to clearly see, you know, when things are going on.
It's just like Fight Club, where after you know the whole Tyler Durden thing, watching it again adds another layer that you can enjoy.
Appreciate. You start looking out for different things.
Okay, so Jacob's Ladder is just like Shutter's Island and Fight Club, but without the whole let me rewatch this movie and get a new take on it. If you go back and watch the movie with knowing the information, it's not going to make the movie better, or it's not going to be more enlightening.
Okay.
So that's basically it, without giving away anything.
That's about it. So what does he meet someone that's? I mean, like, there's something. What's driving the rest of the story? He comes back from war. He's taking drugs.
It just follows him after he comes back from war, and he has this life with a family and a newborn child.
And the drugs are affecting him in some way, I'm assuming.
And he is a doctor.
He was a field medic?
He was a field medic. He came back to the civilian life. He was a doctor. He has a family. He has the PTSD thing that he deals with every so often. Like, he sees things that aren't there, and they're like really trippy looking. Even almost some people are made out to look like monsters.
Okay.
But then later on in the movie, you find out everything is upside down. It's not
what it seems.
It's not what you saw at all.
Do you recommend watching it though? Like, I don't know. It sounds like you're kind of like whatever on it.
I'm gonna take a page out of Bryant's book.
Oh, here
There's
we go.
better stuff out there, like Shutter Island, I guess, allegedly.
Man, Shutter Island's really good. Like, I don't know how good this movie is, but yo, Shutter Island, I think is worth watching.
I haven't seen Shutter Island, but the fact that it's Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that it probably is better. It probably is better.
There's also a young Mark Ruffalo in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Wait, in Shutter Island?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I've only ever seen it once, so and it was
assistant.
like way back.
His assistant is Mark Ruffalo.
Crowy says Shutter Island, not a single shutter. Shit was bullshit.
When you guys watched, so all three of you saw Shutter Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end of the movie, did you feel like a sense of satisfaction? Like, not necessarily that the movie ended on a high note, but did you feel like did you go through a mixed set of feelings?
No, I was actually proud of the director and the part of the editing. Like, if they pull one over on me, I'm applauding. Like, when I'm watching a movie, I'm trying to dissect it as I watch it. So, like, if they trick me in a way, I'm like, okay. Season 2 of Mr. Robot was fucking fantastic. And that plot twist, I'm like, holy shit, you got me.
So emotionally,
like,
you went through different feelings watching that movie.
Yeah, like at first I'm like, oh shit, that happened, and then I never watched it again to get the perspective of what they're talking about. But watching it over would be pretty cool to see, because you know what the twist is.
So that's my gripe with this movie, is that it feels like you're playing the same key on a keyboard, like from beginning to end. There's no mix up. It's just I felt the same way from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, which was just depressing.
Oh, then this might be a different type of movie, because this is.
It doesn't ever feel like, you know how like there are beats in movies, that there's a highs and there are lows. It's just like one.
Because I don't think there's
monotone, just all the way.
Like a one-note message.
Shutter Island is like a psychological version of Knives Out, in the sense that I think, like you said, even though you know what the twist is, you're looking for more details before you get to the twist if you were to watch it again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's kind of what it is, because it's him thinking he's a detective. So it's kind of like a what the hell's going on / who done it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it tells you what actually happened.
Yeah. Yeah,
I recommend.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. So that's okay. We're dueling now. We had our arc in the story. Now we're going back down. The final act is going to end up in maybe in a sad note here. Kelsey,
what's up?
Last 2 things are yours. Hit me with Watch Dogs, and then you have a scientific phenomenon.
All right.
So you played Watch Dogs 2.
I played Watch Dogs, and I'm playing Watch Dogs 2.
Night and day, huh?
Kind of. Like Watch Dogs. Oh yeah, aesthetically yes. Watch Dogs, I feel like they had a lot more things that you could do, but you just didn't really get to utilize them a lot. In Watch Dogs 2, I feel like they took a lot of those things away, but made it a little bit more immersive into like how you go about solving the puzzle. You don't. So in Watch Dogs 2, you get a copter, like a drone, and then a little
like an
what are they
RC
called?
car.
Yeah, like an RC car. And for the most part, you can do almost everything just with those two things,
Yep.
right? And one of the things I really do like is that you get a stun gun, so you can, literally run around and stun people and not get detected.
Yep.
And so you can do the whole thing just guns blazing, kind of like in Hitman. You can either go guns blazing or you can be as silent as possible.
Like as if you were never there.
Mm-hmm. And I'm almost done with it. I'm pretty sure I'm almost done with it. And it's a lot of fun. Like if you're like a GTA series type fan, this game is very much like that. It's not as much of a, just run in, blow people up, and then leave, but you can kind of play the game like that.
I think that the thing that I gravitated towards this one a lot more than Watch Dogs 1. Watch Dogs 1 took itself too seriously about, I'm a hacker, man. And not gonna be, this is like, yo, we hackers, bro, let's go. And then it's like everyone being wacky, and
it's very much like the movie Hackers.
Yeah, like it knows not to take itself seriously. It's just going over the top, and it pokes fun at itself too. Like it's just, we're here to be a game. They just, and it plays well.
It felt like a hacking version of Saints Row before it went really weird. Like Saints Row 2, I guess.
Oh yeah. I think 3 is when I think it hit max, and then the president shit went weird, and then the virtualization world that he lived in. I don't know. Saints Row went a weird path. But then Agents of Mayhem came out, and they didn't add co-op.
So far, I'm enjoying it. I really like it. The story's pretty decent. And I've done a lot of the side content, and I have all the DLC stuff because I bought the gold edition because Steam had it on sale for like $26. But I'm pretty sure I'm almost done with it. I'm super excited. It's a lot of fun. I would definitely, if you like the first one, you'll probably like this one a lot more. And if you really like GTA style games, this is definitely a good game.
I was flattered that you sent me a picture of your customization.
I mean, Brian's I got to go to for that because he spends a lot of time on that.
I gotta look up what he said. He didn't like it. Where is it? Oh, so my dude is wearing like a black hoodie with some weird design on the front.
Okay.
Purple windbreaker pants that are pulled up. Some high top sneakers that are black, purple, and teal, and a purple and teal hat. And he says, not feeling it. Looks like a gangbanger turned Uber driver.
But yo, that fit sounds good. What are you talking about? There's some good color match in there.
Let me I'll post it in the channel real quick here, that you guys can all see. There you go. That's my dude.
Yeah, it's fine. What are you talking about? He looks fine, dude. He looks good. He looks like he hacks.
It wasn't for me.
Did Randall pull it up, or?
Yeah, he pulled it up on his phone.
Oh, that's right. I sent it to Randall too.
All right. Scientific phenomenon. Take us home, dude.
All right. So Shannon told me about this story today. This woman has fraternal twins with 2 separate dads.
Okay.
Now,
right.
How is that possible?
All right. Why did he? We should have led with this. Is that possible?
Clearly, it is.
It's 2 different sperms.
Yeah.
Who is the dads? Are they twins?
Oh wow, that's a good question. He just banged the brother?
No, because if they were twins, I mean, maybe if they were fraternal twins, it might have a difference. But I'm pretty sure that I guess if they were fraternal twins, it could be, that would still be possible. But if they were if they were like identical twins, they would have the same DNA, so it wouldn't matter. But like I was talking to Shannon about it, and just it's very rare to have fraternal twins to begin with. It's almost impossible to have fraternal twins with 2 separate dads.
Yeah, Javi
You know?
said they fusion dance and then they came. That's smart. That's good.
That's
You
your
know?
son.
I know.
But it was, she's like explaining it to me, and I'm just sitting here thinking like,
Oh, you
holy
just reminded
shit.
me.
You know, because you know a fraternal twin is when 2 eggs drop and both get inseminated, and the fact that 2 eggs dropped and then the dads are different is just kind of incredible. You know, it like the
That
rarest
is-
of the rare scenarios.
What are the percentages? What
Do
is
you
the odds
understand
for
like
that?
the fight that he had, that sperm had to go through in order to meet up with the other one?
You know, especially since once the eggs inseminated, the body starts sending out like some sort of signal or something that kills off any
The-
other eggs.
Yeah,
that are
like
dropping
a
and all this-
EMP burst.
Yeah, you know,
So then, how did it get through that?
dude. So
it has
one
to
of two
tech
things.
Anthony.
One of two things. Either it was a gangbang, or
Wow.
or it was she slept with 2 different partners within a very very small window, and
You
it
mean
just happened
minutes?
to happen.
Like
Minutes
minutes?
to hours.
Yeah, like
I think it's within a couple of hours.
I think it's minutes to midnight.
yo, what if she just straight up went to her side piece, got banged, went home to the husband, banged?
You know,
But
that's
she didn't,
actually
like-
very realistic.
That's what I'm thinking. As I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
could actually happen, like on a common bait. Like this could be common.
She didn't even do the boosie and wipe herself down. She just walked over.
She
and
just walked over and was like, here, I'm extra wet for you now.
Because that's the guilt sex. That's the I just gave it up to some other guy. Let me come home and immediately give it to
Ooh,
my husband.
Facts, Randall. Hit him. Yo, can we get facts in the chat right now? Ooh.
That's gross, dude.
So I
Shoot.
just thought that was a pretty, you know, an amazing scientific phenomenon. That she's not only pregnant with twins, but the parents of each of the twins are different.
Got it.
Or the dads are different.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck you're on about. All right. That is definitely a phenomenon. I've never heard of that. Like, that's the first time I ever heard something like that.
That sounds like something I would say just to say it.
Yeah, but that's pretty. I mean, I don't know if it's messed up, but like, did they confirm it's the same? Like, did they confirm the story? Like, how did it happen, or she just heard that it was the fraternal twins from 2 separate partners, or does she know the story, like how it happened?
She doesn't know how it happened.
Okay.
She just knows that it's been proven that the dads are different.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
I think it had to be like you said. So neither a train was ran, or it's relatives.
I'm thinking
It's that guilt sex stuff. That makes more sense to me.
you guys are focused on that. I'm focused on the more biological part of like the second
Cum.
sperm said, I will not be denied.
Oh, he's like, I'm getting in there.
I'm getting in there. I don't care if someone else is already there.
He's like fighting the bodyguards, like, let me in.
Yeah. It's like, because there supposedly thousands of them
Yeah,
and only one makes it.
2 this time.
It's because they were listening to the race by TK when they got there.
Oh shit. So that was it.
He did the race.
Okay, that was a good one to end it on. That was a good story. I did not expect. That's not what I was expecting to happen.
Yeah, I just thought that was really cool. Wanted to bring it up. She and I were talking about it just as we were like getting ready just before we started the podcast, and it just like the chances of having fraternal twins alone are pretty low. The chances of having fraternal twins with 2 different dads are just astronomically low. And it's just the thought of how this actually happens to work out is just amazing.
It has to be. I mean, I'm pretty like negative Nancy, so it has to be, dude. Like she went.
The guilt sex.
Yeah, like it has to be guilt sex. Like she went.
I mean,
like
threesomes
after
are pretty
work, she
common these
hooked up with
days,
some like somebody after like right after work, and then like it's on the way home, and then she's like, all right, cool, I got my punani here all wet for you, Poppy. And he's like, oh, nice. It's like, and then he gets in, and it's like, oh, it's extra sloshy today. And then she's like, it's all for you, baby, but it's really a baby in her. So
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Like he fucked someone else's semen.
oh yeah, you're right. Like that's
oh my god! Come
dang, dude. Okay, we're
Hey,
gonna.
man.
How you know?
Threesomes are pretty common. I tried to get Randall to have one with me.
Can we move on, please?
Yeah, it's just the ending at this point.
Randall's trying to switch conversations.
Oh, there was no fan mail this week, so we're moving on from the fan mail.
Liza was all about that dark chocolate.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
Games coming out this week. I don't think I saw on there that I think that's not a DLC. The Division 2 has a new DLC that's coming out this week. That came out, I think. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I think it's a Switch only game.
I think so.
It's not coming out for previous one, right? Okay.
No. Grand Blue for PS4 for North America came out today.
Comes out today. I think that's it that I saw on that list. But next week, I got a date with a game, dude. Ori and the Will of the Wisps comes out next week. I cannot wait. Movies this week. We have Onward, the new Disney Pixar movie. The Way Back, which is the Ben Affleck movie with the guy. He struggles with like alcohol addiction and he's like a coach for the basketball team. Emma, which is a story of like a period piece about some girl who messes with people's relationships. And then The Banker. I have no idea what it is. I just saw the poster and it has Samuel Jackson and Anthony Mackie. Oh, and then Extraordinary, which is a comedy with Will Forte in it. And Will Forte is pretty funny, so I put it on the list.
I'm really excited about Onward. I think it's Onward.
Yeah, the one with
Onward.
Same.
What is it?
It's a Disney Pixar movie. Well, it's the one with Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. They play brothers, and they're going to go. I think go find their dad or some shit. Like I don't know what.
Yeah, they're trying to bring their dad back. Like he's apparently he's like a wizard in a world where I think magic doesn't really exist anymore.
Okay.
And he leaves like one last spell for them to like bring him back or something, and they start to bring him back. Only something happens, and only his lower half comes back.
What the heck?
So, so the wife's happy, but the kids are upset. And so the whole journey is them trying to figure out how to continue the spell. I don't remember what happens from the previews, but it looks like really funny. And I mean, how could it not be funny with Chris Pratt and Tom Holland?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun.
I mean, Tom Holland was so amazing in Far From Home. So
yeah, you love that movie, right?
You said when you said they're trying to bring their dad back, in my head I just imagined a Pixar version of Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, that's really dark. I don't know if they'll do that. All right, Brian. Music, I didn't see anything on there, Brian. I don't know if you took a look at the music list because you'll probably know more than I do.
Now, the only people I know are Mandy Moore, Moby. I don't know who these people are, if it's a band or a person, but they're called Thick in caps, and it says 5 years behind. So I might have to listen to it because I listened to an album because the artist was Yak and I liked it.
So maybe Thick will be up your alley?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then it seems Randall is still out of the pocket, so we're done with no releases for this week. What are y'all doing? Randall, what you doing this week? Taxes?
No, I already did my taxes.
I gotta do mine.
I'm just waiting.
Okay.
What am I doing? Today is
Tuesday. It sure is.
What's her name?
Gym.
Oh.
Clothing line. Work gym clothing line. Yeah, that's probably it.
Okay. Kelsey, what you doing this week?
So Halo 1. You guys said Halo 1 dropped today.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be trying to play that this weekend. Tomorrow I'm hanging out with some friends of Shannon's. They're back in town. We're gonna go out to dinner or something.
Is it the boys?
Huh?
Is it the boys?
The boys?
Yeah, are they back in town?
Oh, snap.
No, I don't think the boys came this time. I think it's only the girls.
That's a song.
They just want to have fun, really.
Ooh,
Pretty
Brian,
much.
good save. Can we get a clap in the chat? Make sure they're cheeks.
Oh,
Wow.
What else?
Other than that, I don't know. I don't have anything like super planned.
Okay.
Friend's daughter's birthday is this weekend. Like one of my old neighbors.
Okay.
The one that's in the plays things. Or her birthday is actually tomorrow, but we're gonna go. I think this weekend we're gonna go celebrate. So I'll be over there for that Saturday night ish.
Gotcha. You guys gonna get chocolate wasted?
Well, they always make me make brownies, so
yes.
probably.
Nice. All right, Brian, what you doing?
I don't even know, dude.
Ooh, I might know what you're doing Thursday.
What am I doing Thursday?
You'll see when you get to me.
All right,
Is it Ori 2 player?
No, unfortunately.
Wednesday,
that's next week.
Wednesday, I'm probably gonna be playing some kind of fighting game. I'll either play Dragon Ball or I might play the Power Rangers game some more.
Dragon Ball.
I don't really know. Or I might play one of the single player games I have on my list.
You also have access to all of my stuff.
I don't have access to your Steam games anymore for whatever reason. Because
Right, we can set it back up.
I wanted to play the new character for Slay the Spire. I was fiending for it, right? Didn't see it on my list.
Should have messaged me. I'd have helped you.
I was weeping. I couldn't see the screen. So yeah, Wednesday probably a fighting game. Thursday, now I don't know. Friday, I don't know.
Okay.
But at least 2 out of those 3 days there's a stream. At least.
Yeah, probably Wednesday and Thursday. That it? You good?
I guess.
Okay. For myself.
And he was like, boom.
Oh, I didn't put it on here, but I've been playing Plague Tale: Innocence. I played like 4 hours. There's like 4 chapters. Don't worry about it. It's not a spoiler. I'm not gonna review it yet until I finish it. Cause there's 17 chapters, so I guess that's a spoiler. Cause I looked up how many chapters there are. So once I get through more of it, I was gonna talk about it this week, but I'm like, I haven't played enough. I don't think enough to actually talk about it, but I'm playing through that. But I'll be doing that whenever I have free time and putting up on my channel, youtube.com/ADLR Podcast. First 3 episodes are up. Actually, no, all 4 of them should be up by now. Tomorrow, Wednesday, as of this recording, going to be playing Apex Legends. Coworker of mine asked me to play it, so I'm like, I can stream it. So tomorrow I'll be playing some Apex. And then Thursday begins a free weekend for Rainbow Six Siege. I have a coworker that wants to try the game, and now it's finally free for them to try. So I have coworkers that we're going to be playing Siege. A good amount of people who watch this have Siege.
Who has Siege?
And if they don't...
Bitch, you have it. I bought it for you.
Ooh! So yeah, we're going to have like a Siege... I want to say fest, but that sounded really bad. So yeah, we're probably going to be playing a lot of Siege on Thursday. Maybe if we have enough players, we can do a custom game with just us going up against each other, which will probably be pretty fun. But I'm probably going to be streaming that. Maybe record. Yeah, I'll probably maybe record some stuff. Also, if you've been on my channel, I've been experimenting with a machine learning editor called AthenaScope that works for some FPS games, and it'll take your stream VODs and then highlight the best parts of it and make a nice little edit reel, like highlight reel of. You can choose the type of highlight reels as well, and it'll export a video out. And I have 2 up on my channel, and it works pretty well for a bunch of the FPS games. But they've been asking for requests for games, and there's a long list of the games people want on there. So it works pretty well. It's pretty cool to see it work. But I mean, I wish you can upload your own videos instead of just stream VODs, because that'd be great to have like 1080p video up there edited for you.
Would it?
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead, Brian. Sounds like you have a question.
Do they just plan on doing it for shooting games?
So far, that's all they have is shooting games. Like Apex is on there, Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege is on there, Modern Warfare is on there.
I watched the first one.
Counter-Strike is on there.
Did you use any of the footage from when we were playing? Me, you, Mason, and Mike.
Yeah, there's some on there where like Yanaus is getting bodied, and like there's like it's that whole VOD, so it goes and finds whatever, and there's different types of highlights you can export. The ones I exported are the most like the kills, all the kills combined into one highlight reel. But you can there's
just-
like a top match highlight that'll just out of that whole thing, it'll find which one was your best match of the whole session and then just edit that.
It just shows when you got kills or just kills in general.
When I got killed. From my point of view, from the video that's coming up, you only see mine.
Well, if you're spectating,
I don't think it includes spectators. Unless it's like search and destroy, probably. I think. I don't know.
That's what I mean.
But there was some search and destroy stuff because I got like 1 or 2 kills there. But I don't know. I'd have to scuff through the whole thing. But I just grabbed some stuff, looked at a few, and then uploaded it. I didn't even put them like that much effort into a thumbnail. I'm like, oh, this is just a montage. I just wanted to test it out. I'm in the R&D department of Awesome. So
If you want a good montage of awesome shit, we should play the storyline of Halo on Legendary.
I don't. That's too frustrating for me, my dude. Like, I get really
It's
pissed off
okay.
playing
I'll
on
be there to
Legendary.
carry you. Take the spotlight.
I still remember when we played Halo 1 for the first time and we got to the introduction of the Flood and we stopped playing out of fear.
Yeah, we were scared. I don't know why. Me and Brian were like just terrified of the Flood and what the hell they looked like and what they were. And the music and the way they were fucking walking on us, we're like, nah, we're good.
The first time they show them is like in the rundown ship and there's barely any lights and you have just your gun. I had a shotgun. But even then I was like, what the fuck is that? Why is it running at me like that?
Yeah, like it was just really disturbing for us. I don't know. We both just
What
like
was
chickened
worse,
out.
Half-Life or the Flood?
Half-Life.
Ooh, that's a good question. When we don't go to Ravenholm.
We don't go to Ravenholm.
Yeah, we didn't go to Ravenholm because that was a trip for me when I played through Ravenholm. I'm like, oh my god, I was a lot younger, so I'm like freaking out.
A fun fact, the sound of the zombies who have the head crab on when they're yelling, it's just them yelling, help me in reverse.
Oof, that's creepy.
The more you know.
I mean, that's what I like about
Knowledge
America.
is power.
Yeah, you learn something new every day. So yeah, that's what I have planned for Wednesday. We'll play some Apex tomorrow, and
I'll
then
join you.
Thursday, hopefully we can get a good
Thursday.
hopefully we get a good squad of people playing Siege because it's free. So as of this recording, if you're, I guess only if you're watching live or if you're a Patreon sub, you'll know. But download that freaking game Thursday morning, and then by Thursday night, we'll be out here playing as Mira. And it's going on sale as well. So if you end up playing it and you like it, it's like 70% off.
I think the newest season of characters is gonna come out next week, I feel. People are saying that at least.
That might be why they're promoting it for people to get it now. Alright. I think that's it. Anything else you guys want to close out with before we... No? Alright then, well. This has been ADLR Podcast, episode 84. We finally made it underneath 3 hours for the first time in like 3 weeks.
It's still fuck
That's
GT
disappointing.
Goku.
It's still fuck GT Goku. Yeah, you can go to www.adlrplays.com for a one-stop shop of all my content, and also I don't remember the links to the merch.streamelements.com/ADLR for the merch. I'll probably update my site to have a link to that directly, so I do not have to remember that entire URL. I'll probably do some weird stuff where I'll put the actual like shirts and stuff on the site, and you can click and it'll get you to the detail page of whatever the product is. I don't know. I'll play around with it. More R&D. That's what I do. Anyway, Patreon's there. Extra Life's on there as well, where it goes to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. And I think that's it. That's a wrap, boys, on episode 84. Thank you guys for watching, listening, both, either or. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.